It is Monday morning up in this world, up in this piece. And you know what time it is. It's time for another live episode of Game Time here on the Outlaw Nation channel. I am one of your hosts, the Outlaw, John Rocha, coming to you live from San Diego. It's the second show I've done here in the new San Diego studios. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm glad we're doing this show to start off the week because I need some fun after a busy-ass weekend and knocked me on my ass. I'll tell you this, no lie. Moving ain't no joke. All right, but I'm joined as always by two of the best dudes on the planet. One man's feeding his dog, so we'll go to the guy who's sitting in the middle here. Jay Washington, you are the strongest link, man. How are you feeling? How you doing?
I mean, I wasn't the strongest because clearly I didn't win $62,500. But which if you want to donate to my Cash App to help with the losses, it's Mr. Mr. Jay Washington. But I tell everybody, the happiest thing for me throughout all of that is that no matter what, I never had to hear the words, "You are the weakest link, goodbye." Yeah. I never had to hear those words. Yeah. So, because I thought I was going to have to take that walk, man. I was watching people take that walk. I was like, oh, geez.
Just take an early L, right?
Well, speaking of the weakest link, though, man, we got to talk about them Dallas Cowboys. Winston Marshall is here now and hang out with us today to talk about.
I've never been more excited about the fact that the NFL has the most ghetto ass local game fucking schedule shit. So they wouldn't play the Cowboys game here. So and strange. At first I was very upset because I was like, I'm not buying into no Sunday ticket shit. That's not expensive. Ain't nobody got time for that. No doubt. So then within the first few minutes, I get a message from a fan who was like trying to make a bet with me. Like, I bet you the Browns are gonna whoop up on that ass. I'm like, please, if the Browns win, just cancel the season. Like, we're done. We're not losing to the Browns. First play of the game, a pitch to Javaris Landry, and then a deep bomb to Odell Beckham Jr. Are you fucking kidding? I was like, you know what? We're gonna lose. And we deserved to motherfucking lose. And then what happened? We motherfucking lost. So I'm like, honestly, you can go ahead and cancel the season. Because what's really makes me sad. On the one hand, this means Dak will get his money. On the other hand, you're literally watching. Yeah, you'll get that money. But like, how you gonna throw for over 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, be essentially the best quarterback in the league this season, or at least this week? At least this week he was. He's been in the top tier conversation all season, but this week he was the best quarterback playing, and you still fucking lose? Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
I hear. We're going to get into that in just a second. But yeah, Cheryl over there, one of my mods here on the chat, Ambling Soul, she said, send in your question, comments, or taunts, certainly through the StreamLabs link that's there, or send in the super chats, please. Hook us up and send us all your love here as we start a new month and new week here in the world of sports. So much happened yesterday.
I just like to say before it goes by, it's been a month, ladies and gentlemen. I lost 62.5, and me and Winston haven't been paid unless Winston got something they told me shit. So we just been sitting there like, nigga, what are you waiting for? The most ultimate Christmas gift?
You didn't know it, Jay? He's gonna buy you a camera at Christmas, bruh.
Oh man. We have one right off the bat. Dig it 01. Dig it 01 says Dak plays like Jamarcus Russell when it's not garbage time. Woo!
No, that is ridiculous because let's like, he had a mistake here or there, but let's be fucking honest about this. This had nothing to do with Dak. This had everything to do with our defense was bend not break when we had our starters. Yeah, and now half the starters are gone, so it's just let's trounce all over the motherfucking Cowboys like that. Let's like tell it like it is. Come on now.
So what do you do? So in that case, what do you do? Do you go ahead? So because they made it seem as if the biggest issue in Dallas was Jason Garrett.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's a good point.
And now knowing that the defense even last year was kind of like, and now with the injuries and those starters, don't you just say, yo, at this point, you just really got to look at it when it comes to the offseason. Like, how do we rebuild the defense or just rebuild this team?
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, I don't think you really have anything on offense that's bad. I mean, you have to remember that our line is also looking like Swiss cheese right now. Our O-line. You okay, everybody? Goddamn.
Well, she's jumping up.
Maybe she should play for the Dallas Cowboys. She just fucking vaulted through that fucking defensive line that is the stuff on my fucking ottoman like it wasn't no goddamn joke. She said, man, fuck your White Claws. I want to be on the bed.
She was like jumping through and knocking that ball out.
I'm trying to say, bro, she looked like fuck. Who did that vault yesterday? It was amazing. there was a receiver that vaulted. Ayuk over at San Francisco. He said, "Fuck y'all, motherfucker." I don't like that. The line doesn't look great. I don't know where the fuck Ezekiel Elliott has been the last 2 weeks. That's not great either. I know Myles Garrett is there, so that's hard to get through. But this offense has figured their shit out. But you literally have probably the worst defense in the league. You can't win with the worst defense. I don't care how strong your offense is. It doesn't make sense.
It's a very good point, Winston. You're right about that. And we should jump into that game. Let's hit these 2 super chats real quick. Sean Brennan said, we stopped the Ravens on Monday night. We're going to stop the Cam-less Patriots. Who can stop the Chiefs and Mahomes? Seriously, who?
I mean, he got a point. Yeah. He got a point. Nope.
Be careful what you wish for. That Patriots defense is still looking good, and they ain't got everybody left, and they still embarrassing people. So
the defense is one thing, but also the Patriots they've always been predicated on high-powered defense and a high-powered offense. Let's just call it for what it is. Yeah. And this quarterback who's come in and has been dominant for y'all, now all of a sudden him and his what you want to call dreads have COVID, because them ain't dreads. Them is homeless niggas' hairs.
Whoa.
But look at Cameron Newton's dreads, and you'd be like, damn, you could take a scissor through that patch of fur in a couple of them and just divide it. Anyway,
all right, go ahead, Kia.
Who's their backup quarterback is the question. Or you just dropped out. You're not gonna be.
I can't be a part of this. I can't be a part of this. I can't do it. And also, it's that rookie. Remember, that was the whole thing. Is that they brought Cam in. That's why I'm saying, careful just crowning your victory. Trust me. I prefer the Chiefs to win because that means Patrick Mahomes is probably balling, and that means I can win this fantasy football matchup. But the Patriots are the fucking Patriots.
Yeah.
And so this rookie is probably ready as he has to be.
Right. It's not even the rookie. Stidham's not even playing. I think it's going to be Hoyer. Did they say who it's going to start?
Hoyer?
I think it's Hoyer.
That'll be interesting.
That should tell you how bad the rookie is if Hoyer is starting. That should tell you.
Well, you want a proven journeyman. You want a proven journeyman, which Hoyer is. Yeah. And granted, he hasn't really completed anything. He's that dude you bring in. We need a quarterback that's feasible, and that's Brian Hoyer.
And don't be too cocky either, because like Winston said, that Patriots defense is not that Ravens defense. You can't get into the heads of that Patriots defense. They are coached really, really well.
With hella no names. All the stars said, fuck this. I'm taking the season off for COVID. Fuck.
That's coaching.
But again, that's the Patriots.
Yeah.
Let's just, again, as much as people can want to hate the Patriots and what they created,
I do hate
Patriots have always been predicated on doing something with nothing, for a lack of better word.
Not always, just in the Belichick era. Because remember how trash
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Since Belichick's been there,
absolutely.
Okay.
Since Belichick. That's the only time the Patriots really count. We don't count the Patriots outside the Belichick era. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
But they've been known for making stuff out of nothing. I've always said it. Brady makes receivers out of people you never make star receivers.
Well, okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to finally stop shitting on Brady after what he did this week?
Yeah. We're jumping.
You silent, nigga. You silent,
We're jumping the gun. Let's answer a couple more here real quick. Alex Tornai. We're getting a lot of them right off the bat. So, hey, guys. So, Phillip Rivers leads the league in completion percentage at 38 years old and took the Bears to school yesterday. How far do the Colts go this year?
Who? We had a bye week.
Yeah, it looked like you got a bye week. It looks like everybody thought they had a bye week when they were playing. That's for sure. Nick Foles, give me a break. Oh, there it is. Alex, we'll answer your question in full when we get to that game for sure. I'll remember to swing on back to that answer for you. Connor Pearson-Ward says a big problem with Dallas is their defensive coordinator, who was Mike Nolan. It's been 6 years since his last defensive coordinator job. He's past his prime. What do you say there, Winston? What do you think?
I'd say the same thing that I always have felt is that Jerry Jones is not willing to genuinely make strong changes. I'm not saying that the jury's out on McCarthy yet, but he went for another dude that he felt like he could pretty much control.
Yep.
That you could try and get people to be quiet by being like he has a Super Bowl ring, but you went after somebody that's not going to come in and shake a bunch of shit up,
Mm-hmm.
And so you've kept the same OCs and the DCs and all that stuff. You're putting in guys that they kind of want to, they're not really going to get a shot necessarily anywhere else, or at least not a shot this big. Yeah. So then you kind of can let them do whatever. And then after a couple years when it's not happening, you go, damn, we tried. I don't know. And then you just fire them and shit, and you get somebody else to do the same shit over and over again. So if we're being 1,000% honest, Stephen Jones has been the key to us not making dumb draft decisions. Because remember, Jerry wanted to bring in fucking Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
he wanted to draft him and shit. It has been no, he didn't draft him.
He said he wanted to.
Yeah. But Steven's been making those smart draft choices. Jerry's been making these stupid business decisions because for him, he's more concerned about the money than the winning.
Of course, that's all he cares about now at that old age. Got to fix that face. Deontay Wimbush,
get that money.
Yeah, get that money. Deontay Wimbush says, Winston, I'm here for you, bro. Petition to give our W to the Falcons because we should be 0-4. Keep Dak and the receivers, blow everything else up. Man, I don't know. I mean, I think you guys are offensively. I think some people make a case like you guys play really great storming back from behind. The thing is, how can this keep happening every week? It feels like just going behind. Like it looked great against Atlanta, but then you're like, well, this keeps happening. You can't, can't play with fire this much before you get burnt. And they got burnt yesterday because the Browns, to their credit, got punched in the mouth when Dallas came back. Made it a 3-point game, real close to the end of the game, and they found a way with homie running that OBJ running that 50-yard run down the thing to keep the victory intact. Or else they could have folded. They could have folded mentally, and they didn't. So you got to give them props. Let's see. Roberto Arsenal says Winston's lucky that the Cowboys are in the easiest division in the NFC East. Dude, the Redskins are a half a game out of first. That makes no sense at all. The Washington football team is a half a game out of first place, and we can't play football to save our lives.
You remember when Rocha came in hot week 1? Look at us. He was doing his fucking Paul Rudd shit. Look at us. And everybody imagine this. I would have never thought this. It's crazy.
I never thought it.
But man, and that's the point. Someone just said, Blackhawk said, Cleveland Brown, 307 yards rushing. What part of that is Dak's fault? What part of that is CeeDee Lamb's fault? CeeDee Lamb had a fucking game.
He did.
CeeDee Lamb went off. You know what I'm saying? What part of that is Gallup's fault? You know what I'm saying? It's not the offense. We have the worst defense in the league. So, of course, if we can't put up 50 fucking points, if we're allowing 40 points a game, we have to be able to put up 50. And what offense is really putting up 50 motherfucking points a game?
Yeah, true. Only the Chiefs.
They're not even doing that.
No, they're
like
not.
The most. I think they're averaging like 31 them damn selves. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not a thing. You don't average 50 points a game, so we're gonna lose a lot of games until that defense is fixed.
I agree. D-Tran said, seriously, was that game 2 between the Yankees and the Indians one of the best games you've ever seen? Yes. Also, I say Yankees in 5 games against Tampa. Yeah, the other night, that was great. I was sitting, we'd finished packing everything up. The movers were coming the next day, and I was absolutely just exhausted, sitting on the couch. I was shivering. I was just like shaking because we had done so much work all day. And the Yankees game was a great respite. What a game. What a back and forth to the Indians and the Yanks. Yanks getting it done. Now they're playing in San Diego, so I don't think they're letting people into the stadium, but somehow, some way, I hope I can get on a rooftop and watch one of these games and trying to figure this out when they play Tampa Bay a little bit later on this week. And don't be surprised if they shock Tampa. There's something about the Yankees that get inside your head. Now, watch us get swept out of the fucking thing. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's jump into our first game here. I don't think we have any more StreamLabs and Super Chats. Thank you all so much. Keep sending them in. Keep sending in your StreamLabs Super Chats. Remember the Super Chats, YouTube takes 30% of that stuff, or 33%. So StreamLabs is the better route. But if you can't do StreamLabs, definitely keep sending in your Super Chats. A little bit is better than nothing. So keep sending them in, but try to send in StreamLabs if you can. The address is right above Jay's head, or you can go into the description of this video, and it's there as well for you to send in your money and send in your requests and your shots about tight ends in Chicago. All right, let's jump into our first game, and that is the Dallas Cowboys here. As we were just mentioning here, Cleveland shocked them in Dallas. Kareem Hunt was incredible. OBJ was incredible. Baker Mayfield was incredible. Threw 2 touchdowns, including one that was set up when Myles Garrett had himself a strip sack in a 3rd straight game. And OJ Beckham scored 3 times. This was incredible to watch. I mean, we all said after game 1, the Browns were mathematically knocked out of the playoffs. Limited. But we were so wrong. And I'm the first one to eat crow for any Cleveland Brown fans that are watching. You guys have done it. I thought for sure Dallas was going to stomp a mud hole in you all, and it did not happen. You all came to play. Those new uniforms look great. All the scoring that was going on here, I don't know how much of it is Baker and how much of it is just having great playmakers who know what to do with the ball when they get it. And this happened even after Nick Chubb went out in the first quarter with a knee injury. They don't know what's going to happen with Nick Chubb. So the fact that all these people stepped up and Kareem Hunt went nuts lets you give you those KC vibes in your head. This was such a joy to watch. But by the same token, seeing Dallas, I'm telling you, Winston, this is a strange position for me to be in as a Washington football fan, cheering on Dallas coming back. I was cheering them on in my head, enjoying the football, enjoying Dak's guts to keep pushing this team to have a shot at winning this game. 502 yards. That's insane for a quarterback. Just incredible. But Dak does have 5 turnovers over the past 2 games, so you got to put that in the mix as well.
Okay, bro. Let's talk. Someone wanted to bring up the fucking what happened when Dak threw that interception at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Did you watch the fucking interception?
Yeah.
Because I've watched the highlights. Watch it again. Amari Cooper does not finish his fucking route.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that Dak's fault? That literally doesn't it would literally be like if Jay was like, yo, man, for Blurs, I need you to make sure that the thumbnail gets done. I'm like, all right, cool. And then when someone goes, hey, Jay, why is there no motherfucking thumbnail on the episode? And he's like, this other nigga was supposed to do it. Why the fuck is this my fault?
They blame Jay. Yeah. Jay, where's the thumbnail?
They will blame Jay for it because Jay also likes to blame himself for everything that ever goes wrong. Like when the internet don't work, he's like, man, it's just me. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. I'm horrible. My whole life is fucked. I can't do nothing right. I can't even get the internet, which I have nothing to do because I paid my bill. I can't even get my internet to work right. I don't understand. Like, this is bullshit. And I'm like, nigga, you know it's not your fault, right? This ain't nothing. It doesn't matter, nigga. It doesn't matter. They expect the product. I don't fucking get it. And
it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Laughing because he knows it's goddamn true. So my point is, there's no excuses that are happening. We're terrible. I've admitted that we're fucking terrible. We're clearly
defensively you're terrible. Defensively, you're terrible.
But that's enough. The team is made up of an offense and a defense.
True.
And the defense can't get it done. The best years of Romo should have won multiple rings. Most of those years, no fucking defense. You just had Wade. DeMarcus Ware. Sorry.
Yeah. DeMarcus Ware, yeah. I was like,
DeMarcus Ware. That's all you had. That's all you fucking had. So, of course, Romo can put up 35 points. Yeah. But if the team is allowing 42, you can't win. So that's not an excuse. That's just a fucking fact. We have a terrible defense, which in turn, that's 50% of the team. You got a 50 on a fucking test, you fail. All right? That's very simple.
That's true. Well, Jay, as an objective observer here of the NFL, you're looking at this situation with let's not focus on Dallas and hearing your thoughts. What has impressed you about Cleveland, man? They look fantastic over the last 3 weeks. Against the Bengals, it was close. They went to OT. They certainly stopped my Washington football team, no problem. But they went into Dallas and really it ran up the score for a little while before Dallas came storming back. But you got to be impressed by some of the trick plays, some of the guts, some of the way they're using their playmakers. Has this coach come in, this Nick Kitchen guy, has he come in and kind of turned things around?
Well, first of all, here's something that's not going to be happy to hear for a lot of people. It doesn't impress me. Wow. Because this is Cleveland. Right. Cleveland will have an amazing game.
Sorry, Kevin Stefanski. Kitchen was last year. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Kevin Stefanski.
But they'll have an amazing game and turn around and be the same Cleveland the next game.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Baker Mayfield, 165 fucking yards. And y'all want to come
that's it.
I'm not gonna put Cleveland on a pedestal. Yes, It was a good game. It's a good way they held on to the lead to win. But damn, your defense does become a little bit suspect when you allow Dak Prescott and them to come back and be damn near within 3.
It's true.
That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. And people are gonna say, "Well, we're doing it now." No, I gotta see consistency out of the Cleveland Browns. Remember last year when they got Odell Beckham Jr. and all this? People damn near started crowning them at the beginning of the season. Was like, "This is Cleveland." They were crowning them. And again, people were like, "Well, the beginning of this year, everybody was like, now let's hold on."
Yeah,
we just knew, okay, you got the addition of Kareem Hunt in the backfield, so you're going to be good. You get Myles Garrett back, so you're like, all right, let's see what they do. And in the first couple of games, you're like, oh, Cleveland is Cleveland.
Yeah.
And so now, because of this game that they won, where they almost lost it after having an incredible lead, I'm supposed to think that Cleveland has something special. I can't. If they do this next week, excuse me, come back to me and then I'll probably change my whole different perspective.
Who are they playing next week?
Here's the next 4 games. And by the way, this is news that just broke. Nick Chubb is going to miss several weeks. It was an MCL injury to his right knee. says he's going to be out several weeks. So Kareem Hunt, who has just recovered from his injury, steps in here. Daquan Johnson, who got 95 yards yesterday. I didn't even heard of that guy. 95 yards yesterday. So they're definitely going to do a running back by committee. I think Duke Johnson's on the team too. So it'll be a running back by committee situation. So already they're going to have some adversity, and they play the Colts next week. They're at the Steelers after that. Then they get the Bengals again. But then the Raiders, who, David Carr's mad about how they're losing. And then the Texans, Deshaun Watson, he can still wing it around the field. Then the Eagles, then the Jaguars, then at the Titans, then the Ravens.
I'm looking at the
rest of 2 wins out of all of them.
Hold on. No. I'm looking at the rest of their season. They got their first real test, because their first test was the Ravens, and they got obliterated.
Yes,
these 3 wins, they're wins. I'm not taking that away from them. Totally. But as proven, the Bengals are not good, because they're going to take time to have to get used to a new quarterback. Right. The Washington football team is not good. The Cowboys are not good. So now you've got another 2 tests in the Colts and the Steelers. You pull that off, then I'm going to put some respect on the Browns' name. Mm-hmm. And if they win those games, I guarantee you they will win the division, because then what's left? The Bengals. Okay. The Raiders, that's another test. The Texans, that's a win. The Eagles, that's a win. The Jaguars, most likely that's a win. The Titans,
the Jets is a win.
Massive test in the Titans and the Ravens. But then the Giants, Jets, and the Giants and the Jets again. And then the Steelers, bro, they have one of the easiest schedules going forward. They have tests for sure. But they have one of the easiest schedules going forward. And if they can win these next 2 weeks, I think they take the division. It sounds so weird to fucking give the Cleveland Browns that kind of credence, but I need to see what they are against real fucking teams.
You think they win the division?
They got their ass whooped.
You think over the Ravens they'd win the division over the Ravens?
Potentially, yes.
All right.
Because the Ravens I'll tell you why.
Pittsburgh's undefeated, aren't they?
Hold on, I got you. Let me tell you exactly why.
Okay.
I'm pulling up the Ravens schedule right now. Remember this, the Ravens were the number 1 team in the league last year, which means their schedule is going to be atrocious.
True.
So they also have the Steelers and the Colts, the Patriots, which again we've said is going to be a thing, the Titans, which is going to be a fucking thing. They got to play the Steelers again. They'll get a win on us probably. Not probably. They will. We're not going to figure out our defense by then. Then the Jaguars, Giants, and Bengals again. Yeah. So
and the Browns.
What?
You've got the Browns again. They got the Browns
again. Yes, the Browns again. But even with all of that being said, you just saw what happened when Baltimore came up against a real threat. They got embarrassed. So what Lamar Jackson are we going to see in that regard? Because he is the lifeblood of that. If once he starts getting into more challenges this year, is it going to be a situation like remember what happened to him against the Titans in the playoffs? Are the Titans going to force him to fold again? If Bill Belichick now got tape out on him and he's got to fold on Sunday Night Football against the Patriots, like these are the questions that like I'm not taking away from the man was an MVP.
You're right,
but it's already proven when up against real crazy ass adversity, he can be taken out.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving it to the Browns right now. I said I need to see what they do with these next 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. All right. Jay's going to step out for a second. His video is running hot. So let's jump into this real quick. Deontay Wimbush said, shout out to A. Smith, though. He missed the tackle on OBJ, but at least he was aware of what the fuck was going on. Everyone else was BSing except the guy who's been out for 5 years. So.
Oh, shit. Wait. Shout out to A. Smith, though. He missed the tackle. Oh.
Yeah.
Also, is it true that the Texans just fired O'Brien?
Oh my God!
I'll check Twitter. Hold on.
ESPN right now. I don't see anything yet. I don't know. Well, we'll keep tabs on it. Let's see here. We got another one here from Mike Buxo. He said the Cowboys look better than my Giants. Well, that's true, but your Giants are also down Saquon Barkley, and no one was expecting much from your Giants this year, to be honest with you. So here, I'll take Jay down.
Adam Schefter. Texans fire head coach and GM Bill O'Brien. Romeo Crennel is likely to interim head coach.
Romeo Crennel?
Whoa. Well, he's already on the team. I think it's the defensive coordinator.
That's not a step up.
But it's interim. What are you going to do? You're not going to hire a coach mid-season, bro. Like,
that's true. I don't know. Get Ted Lasso. For God's sake.
Ted Lasso. Wow.
Sean Brennan said the Patriots defense is good. Really, Winston? 11 and 20 points to Dolphins and Raiders. 35 of the Seahawks. You really think they can stop Mahomes? Yes. Yes.
It's still Bill Belichick did that with no stars. He normally has at least one dude show the fuck up and be like, I got this. Yeah. Nobody. Did that with nobody.
And don't discount the Dolphins. Dolphins almost beat the Seahawks yesterday. They were one onside kick away from doing that. The Raiders, the same thing. They were close to beating the Bills. So don't give me that. Those are two good teams. The Dolphins maybe don't have the record to show that, but they're in those games. So I think that's ridiculous. I think that they can. All right, here we go. One more. Brandon Buckingham says Texans finally fired O'Brien. So that's where we got that. Everyone is saying it. Yeah. So Bill O'Brien. No surprise. I guess we'll jump and talk about that now until Jay comes back, Winston. So no surprise. I mean, he got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. He got rid of his running back, and then replaced him with the carcass of David Johnson, and got some receivers there, but nobody of any real note, nobody that could really replace DeAndre Hopkins. And so he put it all on him. And then the team comes out and they signed Deshaun Watson to the massive contract, and he's committed to the Texans. I think this was part of it. I think Deshaun, probably they went to his office. Deshaun was like, I can't play for this man no more. He sucks. So now they make this switch. But I don't know if Romeo Crennel is a step up at this point to finish out the season. But you knew they had to do something. They were playing like crap, and he lost the team.
He had a pretty good run as the Chiefs coach. Not good enough to, obviously make it to the promised land or be anything to write home about. But, the Chiefs stayed competitive while he was a coach. You just need him to get you through the season. Yeah. So either get you on a playoff run or just don't let the whole house burn down, get a good draft pick, and then find a way to replace Hopkins and keep it moving. Which, oh God, do they not have any picks because he traded all that shit away?
Yeah, I really don't know.
No.
Hold on, it might be. Hold on. Draft picks, future draft picks. Let me see. In 2021, the Texans draft picks they have 8 picks in next year's NFL draft. This is from Drew Doherty. This was in April. They chose 5 players in 2020. They were without a first rounder, and they're without a second rounder, as those went to Miami late last year for Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil and receiver Kenny Stills.
This is the coming draft, or this is the draft that just happened?
This is the coming draft. 2021.
They don't have a first or a second rounder?
Nope, they don't.
Bro, we're fucked. Who takes over this organization? Holy shit, bro. This is like walking into a Bush America and being like, all right, you president now, figure it out.
Figure it out, son.
Oh, shit.
1 pick in the 3rd round, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. That's what they have next.
Who the fuck cares about the 6th and the 7th? How many Tom Brady's and Russell Wilsons you going to find back there? Not that many.
Not too many, no. Man. That's for sure.
Oh, my God, they are fucked.
So, that's a situation for sure, man. Yeah, in 2021. 2022, they do have their first round, the second round, third rounder. Their 4th rounder has gone to the Rams. They have a 5th rounder, a 6th rounder, 7th rounder. So that's their situation there. So, next year's going to be tough in terms of drafting. So, you want to do some better stuff with that with your draft picks. We'll see what they end up putting together, but it's kind of scary right now for sure. But anyway, we knew this was happening. This is not a good coach. This is an issue. He'll probably end up back in college somewhere. If he wants to stay in the NFL, I'm sure there's an assistant job he can slide into. God knows what's going to happen in Atlanta with what's his face over there. He's on the clock, Dan Quinn. So he could slide right on in there and be a coordinator or something for sure. Hell, he could probably go to my Redskins. Who gives a shit? I mean, my Washington football team. I can't do it. I can't.
Old man Rocha, you can't learn no new tricks.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Sleepy head. He's so sleepy. She's sleepy bitch. It's all good.
Let's go through some Streamlabs here, man. We got about 3 of them before Jay comes back. BBQ_Bill says, what do you guys think is the toughest division in the NFL this year? For me, it's a toss-up between the NFC West and the AFC North. Granted, I am a Ravens fan, but Burrow and the Bengals look good, and the Cardinals are struggling the past couple of weeks. What stands out to you, Winston? What division really kind of feels right to you in terms of the best division in the NFL right now?
Let me think about it. The North is kind of a shit show. Like Dalvin Cook is doing as best he can, but again, Kirk Cousins is sus as fuck. Aaron Rodgers is balling out of control because he's tired of people talking shit about him. But like the Bears are not consistently good, even though they're 3-1 now. They're not consistently good.
Foles really crap.
So not them. NFC East is clearly the worst division in the league, so we don't even talk about that. NFC South, you go out the Saints, the Bucs, the Panthers, and the Falcons. The Falcons can't win a game to save their life. They keep dropping that ball. Did they win this week? I can't remember.
Carolina or Carolina?
Falcons.
Falcons, no, they're 0-3 right now. They're playing tonight.
They play tonight. That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, the Saints look okay. They obviously won, but like Drew isn't really throwing bombs like Drew normally is. So I wouldn't say the NFC South.
I'd say the NFC West.
It's the NFC West by far. And then in the AFC, the AFC West looks good. I mean, shit, that's the Chiefs. The Chargers aren't doing too bad. The Broncos are kind of and then the Raiders are not bad. Yeah. The South, it's what the Texans and the Colts. The Colts are fine. Texans are bad. Jaguars are hit or miss. Right. And then who's left? The Titans are in the East or in the South?
They're in the South. Yeah. AFC
so that's
South.
2 teams there. So that's okay.
I'd still say AFC North.
It's got to be the North. It's got to be the North because the Ravens and the Steelers are serious. The Browns are trying to, get everybody to associate them with doo-doo. And Burrow does look halfway decent. So, I think that is correct. The NFC West, AFC North.
I would go overall, though, the NFC West because Seattle is good. Los Angeles is back in rhythm. Kyler Murray can beat you any week. And the 49ers are just missing Jimmy G right now, which is weird to say. But, that can be done. Yeah, Jay's back. All right. Good to see you, Jay. Let's switch you up. All right. Good to see you, my man.
Hi, guys.
No worries. Let's jump into our next Stream Lab. CSJ Megatron says Dak threw 4 picks, and it could have been more if the Browns could catch interceptions. Maybe if the defense wasn't on the field all day until the fourth quarter because you can't score at the beginning of the game, you could win. Talk to me. Is that unfair?
It's sure it's not unfair. Like that. That's totally fine. But again, I would say look at some of these situations in which these interceptions are happening. I understand that it goes under the column of the quarterback. Yeah. But look at some of these interceptions or near interceptions. It's people missing routes. So as much as we want to give Cooper credit for being a boss, literally look at the actual interception that was caught. He stopped mid-route. What the fuck are you doing? The defender is going full speed and you stopped? What are you So like I think it's one of those things, but like let's be honest. When you're the quarterback of the team, when you're the head coach, you're the one getting the main blame for shit because you get all the glory and you get all of the criticism. And this is one of those situations where Dak's going to get that criticism, but I think that's insane when you consider the kind of numbers he's putting up. Yeah, but I give him credit. He said it himself. Fuck stats. I would rather have a winning record.
That's what a leader says, Winston. That's why he's been winning me over so much this year, man. He's dealing with all this insane adversity, and not once has he been fuck my defense or screw this guy or be passive aggressive in a press conference.
You have to be that way when you just bitched and moaned about this money that you deserve.
It's true.
And you got it. So now you got to take everything and you got to step up to a level you probably never wanted to step up. You have no choice. That money says you step up to this level now.
Yeah. It's true. All right, guys, we have 200, almost 300 y'all watching us live, but only 68 likes. Come on. Let's get that like number up to 200. Let's go. Swing that cursor over, hit that thumbs up button. Give us like. We want to get above 200 likes before the end of this show. This show is growing and growing every week, and people are on board for the fun we have here. So as long as Jay can stay on camera, we'll be doing all right. All right, let's move on to our next game. And we'll do the next set of Streamlabs after that. And this is Jay's favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. He came back and led these Buccaneers to a victory over these Justin Herbert-led Chargers, 38-31. Tom Brady threw 5 touchdowns and a come from behind victory, throwing for 369 yards. The Buccaneers were down by 17 points. I think it was 24-7 at some point to these Chargers, and he just put them on his back and dragged them across the field to get this victory. The Chargers are just snake bit over the last few weeks because I think Justin Herbert is playing out of his mind as a rookie quarterback, yet somehow they're not getting these W's against some really good teams, including the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. They certainly had the Buccaneers dead to rights. They had Chiefs all the way up until they went into overtime. So you got to give credit to this Chargers team. But that being said, I don't think this Lynn guy is the right coach. This whole thing of not kneeling on the ball and trying to run out the clock in the end of the first half, and then he fumbles and gives Tom Brady the ball back for him to go and score that touchdown, that kind of turned the game around, I felt, and gave the Buccaneers new life. And so Tom Brady doing his thing, vintage Tom, finding Mike Evans all over the field. This was pretty incredible to watch. What do you guys think?
I mean, Jay, would you like to talk about your favorite quarterback in the NFL, sir?
Looking out to God who's ahead of my life.
That's always what they do. They're wrong. They always act like, Lord God, thanks so much to the Lord for everything that He does. The God's be in my life.
Thank God being ahead of my life, Pastor, Mother, deacons, everyone here, the elders.
The mighty ship was tossed. All right, anyway, go ahead.
I'd like to say that Thomas Brady played like Thomas Brady has played. I will openly say I have to put foot in mouth from this one because of the way he put the team on the back.
Can I applaud Jay Washington right now for a minute when he's wrong? Way to keep the same energy, fam.
That's right.
Because I was ready for you to wiggle your way out of this shit. I am proud of you right now.
Like I gotta keep it what it is. Like he literally rallied that team.
Yeah.
He rallied that team. And again, this is what Tom Brady of old has done. And again, like I'll say with any other team, we saw the first couple games and we were like, is this Brady that Brady? And this is that Brady.
Yeah.
This was that Brady. Look, I was wrong. Foot insert mouth. I've been doing my flexibility stretches. I'm almost there. My leg almost got fully there. So it is really real. Yeah. It is real. You know what I'm saying? And Connor Pierce Ward, you kissed my whole ass. Because
I was about to make a joke. I was like, damn, he put his foot in his mouth when he should have been putting clearly some Rocky Road ice cream because he would know the answer would have won $62,000. God damn. Well, let
me say this shit again for the fucking world. I have never in my life eaten Rocky Road ice cream. I have never had it. Yeah. I've never been around it. So I do not know what the fuck is in it. So when everybody was like, hey, you don't know what's marshmallows. Nigga, I don't know. But how the fuck did I know it was 7 members of BTS? I still don't know.
I mean, that's easy. I mean, they're everywhere, bro. Every time a white supremacist says some shit, all the BTS fans are like, K-pop in this bitch. Like, so
let me just say that, okay? But I also like to say thank you, NBC, for making that episode of The Weakest Link, the Jay Washington episode.
No doubt.
Like a nigga, like a motherfucker. So it was
People
like,
loved you, brother.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? I got more.
Even Kelly Clarkson out here tweeting about your ass.
Yeah,
I know, right? Like, yo, Kelly, what's up, baby? I can't sing, but put me on The Voice anyway. But I will say though, like again, back to Brady, he did that. He rallied that team, and I think what this does is gives the Bucs as an organization a lot more confidence going forward. Mm-hmm. I think it really allows you to say, because again, you might have had people in the organization, even players on the team, was like, yo, is this the same Tom Brady we thought we were getting? And now you have a comeback game like that, where that is the Tom Brady you wanted. Now you're a whole lot more confident going into these next games.
Yeah. I also think Tom now gets to go, you motherfuckers want to win? You better listen from now going forward for the rest of the season.
He's earned it.
Stop messing
he's
around.
He's already earned it from his rings.
Yeah.
But he earned it at that game right there with them.
Yeah, because we as fans. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, I think, and as Jay has openly admitted his fault, I think this puts an end to the conversation. The reason why the Patriots had so many rings and were dynasty were not because of Bill Belichick and were not because of Tom Brady. They were because of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Because the two of them together, two of the best to ever do it, came together. That's lethal as fuck. It's the same reason why you put Michael Jordan with Phil Jackson. What the fuck happened? Rings. You put Kobe with Phil Jackson. What the fuck happened? Rings. Like, it's the same shit. So, like, that's the whole thing. I always said it because I didn't like seeing that much concentrated upper crust whiteness all together in one area in one of the most racist cities in the fucking country. Yeah. But I will give them credit where credit is due. They, as a collective, fucked some shit up. Yeah, it was the Chargers. Relax. Okay,
fuck out of here, man.
All right, put some respect on
that. Wait, we can say that normally it was the Chargers, right? But when you got Justin Herbert, a fucking rookie, coming out here balling like this his second, third year, the way he's been balling. The problem is, what do the Chargers do when Tyrod heals up completely?
Tyrod Taylor? You don't bring him back.
Because think about it. The only reason Tyrod Taylor's out because the doctor fucked up and punctured his lung. Okay, you give him about a month and a half.
In celebration of Tampa Bay, I'm out here eating oranges and shit for the Sunshine State.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like now, if
I got my Pringles. All right.
Well, I just had a muscle milk energy. I mean,
protein shake. That's Bucs colors. That's Bucs colors.
Motherfuckers, I just had a protein shake and it's red. Yup. So, but again, now it's like you cannot discredit the Chargers now.
Yeah.
They have to get. Yes, it is the Chargers. We're looking at the Chargers. Oh, like it's the Chargers. It's not like when it was Phillip Rivers and everybody was like, "Yo, it may be time for this team to go through a whole new change and see what happens." Now you get Tyrod Taylor. You got Justin Herbert as the backup. Tyrod was like, "Yo, you got," till all of a sudden he had these injuries, and then the doctor punctures his lung. So you're like, "Fuck, they're gonna go down. They got to put in this rookie." Here comes the rookie who was a monster in Oregon, comes out and is shooting the lights out. Stop.
The other thing is, I don't think any of us straight up said, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Buccaneers are like this crazy good team. We're talking about Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody ever said the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Nobody said the Buccaneers are like they going all the way. Nobody said that. I'm just saying you can the jury is out. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady. He's getting older, but he earned everything that he's gotten up to this point.
And then there might be more Gronk now with O.J. Howard going down with that. I think it was Achilles heel injury. He's out for the rest of the season. So
for sure.
Poor O.J. Howard, bro.
For sure.
O.J.'s got to go. O.J.'s got to go, man. Too many.
Or Howard and Reed. Those two cannot stay healthy, bro.
That's a fair point. Yeah, Jordan Reed. My God, every other play was a season-end injury with the Washington football team. It drove me nuts. All right, and looking at the Buccaneers, and we'll find out. I'm actually might be right now. We're scoffing at you a little bit right now, but you might be right because we'll find out about these Buccaneers. Next week, they got Jay's Bears. They're at Chicago. Then they got the Packers. Then they're at the Raiders. Then they got the Giants, which would be easy. But then they got the Saints again. Then they're at Carolina. Then they play the Rams, the Chiefs, and the Vikings. Those are three high-powered offenses that they'll have to play. So I think we're going to know a lot over the next 9 weeks about what we have here in Tampa Bay.
This might be Tom Brady's hardest schedule ever. Like, you just listed
that's a fair point.
So many fucking threats. This might be his hardest season ever.
Yeah, it's easy to win when you're playing the perennially terrible Jets and Dolphins.
You get the Jets, the Dolphins, and the fucking Bills twice a year. Sit your ass down. Like, I mean, the Bills now. That's a threat. But like, oh man, is Jay doing his best mugshot impression?
Is he doing the thing? Are you talking? Or are you doing the thing? Okay, I'm gonna take him down.
He froze because he's not gonna let me call him out on a mugshot. He wouldn't do that.
I'm so glad. Connor Pearson Ward says, I'm so glad I decided to not go money fantasy league this year. I've lost both my running backs and O.J. Howard. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Bro, look, let me give you a breakdown of my shit right now, bro.
Break it down, man.
So, right now, obviously AJ Brown was up and down with his health, but he was out because of the postponement. I have Mostert, who's still out. We'll see. Like, he's a few weeks coming back.
Goes. Right? There he goes.
Jay's back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But I'm over here projected to hit 142 on one team. On the other team, though. Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring him up. The one team is named Young Ho in this house. The other one is called Mahold Madick because I got Patrick Mahomes.
Jesus.
But now I know, but I just lost O.J. Howard.
You guys not listen to Soft Rock? What's wrong with Soft Rock? You can do some Soft Rock.
Jared Cook out. Mike Williams bitch ass out again. I'm very blessed that I have not been hit by this wave, but like I have enough Chiefs players that this was not good for me. This was scary shit for a while.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna slam some food down.
Enjoy them Pringles, bro.
I'm sorry,
You earned it. You earned it, my friend. I'm just saying right now, I mean, it looks like I'm probably going to go 3-1 and 4-0 in some fantasy football. I'm okay with that, bro. Let's keep it moving.
I like it. I'm kind of regretting not
in the
playing.
Comment section asking about my internet. Somebody said get Eros. Pretty much Spectrum has a monopoly on internet out here.
They do.
So it's
also who the fuck is trying to pay $200 a month for some Wi-Fi? Are you sponsoring us? I would gladly take the Eros $200 a month Wi-Fi if it's being sponsored.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I can't even get paid from Rocha from Game Time. So how do you think I can afford $200?
Jesus Christ.
I'm fucking with
Why you gonna keep putting it out there like that?
I'm messing with John. But like I can't afford. I just lost $62,500.
That's right. No, you didn't lose it.
But
you gotta stop saying that. You didn't lose it. You just didn't earn it. There's a difference.
Yes, there's a difference. Yeah. Losing it would be like, Jay, we're starting you with $62,000. If you answer all these questions wrong, we're gonna take it away. That's not what happened.
You never had it.
It's not yours. That was a community pot, bro. That's like that. What do they call them? Like the Turines that like sold people do, and it's like whoever's the last one to live gets all the money. True. But like, nigga, you weren't the last one to live. You died. You didn't need ice cream, so you died.
You didn't like Rocky Road with the marshmallows, man. Come on. Chris Taylor says, mark my word.
I didn't know what the fucking islands of Langenhorn were more so than anything.
You don't know about your pancreas, Doc? I mean, I'll be real with you. I didn't know the answer, but my guess was either just based off of that. I was like, it's either the pancreas or the liver. Just talking about inlets and shit. I was like, it's one or the other. That would be my wild guess there.
I had that moment when I was watching you that I had when that blind spotting question came up in the Shimoda, and I was like, blink, 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 blink.
Oh God! Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Chris Taylor says, mark my words, Brian Schottenheimer will be a head coach in the NFL next year. Yeah,
I'm surprised he's not already. I'm surprised he's not.
I agree. I mean, Stefanski's doing a really nice job with those Browns, and he was the OC coordinator for the Vikings. So I will not be surprised if Schottenheimer's coach. Plus, his dad was a damn good coach, and Danny, that fucking idiot, kicked him out after an 8-8 season. We could have done really good work over the next few years with him as the coach. Corey Scott Johnson says, Aaron tried to tell you Mike doesn't like giving his teams defenses.
No.
Aaron won without a defense, so Dak can't.
You're not saying it right. It's Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Sorry about that. Try to tell you, Mike doesn't like giving his teams defenses. Aaron won without a defense, so Dak can. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good response from everybody. Appreciate it. All right. Good to go. Let's move on. All right. We got some Streamlabs here real quick, and then we'll jump into this Bears game. Hill Nellum says it's time for D. Watson to come up with some phantom injury and save himself from this season. That's a good idea. On another note, I'm really enjoying the start of the Arteta era for Arsenal and hope the Thomas Partey signing goes through today. That's a
I can imagine Deshaun Watson being like trying to fake it out there, and someone he's like, hey, quick, like accidentally follow me. Someone's like, but
now you're gonna see Deshaun Watson under center just be like, sad. I'm out this bitch.
I broke my patella. As Gorilla Monsoon might say.
It's a non-contact injury. What happened? He fell out like Billy Porter. Like, we don't know.
Death drop. Deflated Brady says Colts going strong with 3 straight wins. Let's go. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to talk about that in just a second. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Hill Nellum, shout out to Arsenal, certainly doing a good job. They beat us in the Carabao Cup, but we look like shit against Aston Villa, so it's not really that big of a victory. But yes, Arsenal does look good. Told you so. Said after the draft, I said here that Lamb is a great player, but a terrible pick. That they should have went defense because that is what they needed far more. Winston tore into me. The Browns dropped 49 on you. The tea I'm sipping is nice and hot. Wow.
Hey, they got a point. I can't lie. CeeDee Lamb is a great pick.
Yeah.
But when you look at what Dallas needs,
it's true.
Damn, this
would be my guess. This is my only guess. Okay. Obviously, you're not going to say this out loud.
Yeah.
If they were watching CeeDee Lamb and they were like, this guy is going to be a generational receiver.
Yeah.
If they felt that strongly about it, they're like, fuck it. Let's go lock this down. We'll try and do the best we can for now, and we'll try and fix this in either free agency or next year.
Yeah.
That's a terrible plan. But think of it this way. If someone was like, yo, Rocha, will you be willing to do this show?
Uh-huh.
You're going to get hella clout from it, and it'll set you up for the future.
Okay.
But we're going to give you like $25 a show. We're going to need you to put in some hours for this bitch.
Hey, is this
Oh, shit, they left me by myself. Fucking Jay left, and Rocha was like, I don't want to answer that motherfucking question. That's hilarious. That's essentially what this feels like. I don't disagree. We should have went and got a defensive player. But if you felt like in your position, maybe you didn't see a generational defensive talent that can fix it.
Yeah.
Maybe you go after what you think is you go for the best player on the board.
Yeah.
And look at what CeeDee Lamb is doing, fam. Like, fuck, we need some help on defense. We need it so bad.
Yeah.
We need it so bad.
It happens. I mean, I remember. Never mind. I don't want to get into it. It's going to be. There's over 500 of y'all watching us right now. We're getting close to 600. It's pretty incredible. Please hit that like button as well. Where are we at likewise? I think we're just crossed 109 likes. That's insane. Come on. Get us above 200 likes, people. Swing that cursor over, hitting that thumbs up. Give us some love. All right, next Streamlab is from.
Yep. Adelia has a good point. I forgot about this. Remember how thirsty for receivers the Eagles are? if I remember correctly, we either had the pick right before them or we traded for the pick right before them.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's not let a generational talent go to the fucking Eagles. Because CeeDee Lamb, the way he's playing, bro, we might be talking about him, how he looked like a Julio Jones in a couple years. So, like, if that's the case, the last thing you want is for them to go to the motherfucking Eagles. You got to play CeeDee Lamb like we had to deal with Odell Beckham in fucking New England and in New York. You don't want that shit. You don't want that shit. Yeah. Oh, man.
That's true. It's a good point. Let's see. What movies _ Matt said, show my Browns the love they deserve, guys. Winston, hell of a dog check yesterday. Rocha, quit doubting us. Our opponents have more combined wins than the Steelers' opponents. All right. That's great, but you fuckers haven't won shit in 4,500 years. So, I mean, you're going to have to take a little bit of time. I mean, Jim Brown was the last time you guys were relevant. So, do you guys have to have a little more time in to get a little respect from us on the show? And that's all right.
Consistent. And be consistent.
Yeah.
Again, Cleveland will get
Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland will get the respect it deserves in the league, and with this team that it's been building for 2 seasons now. Because now you can say with the Odell Beckham Jr. for 2 seasons because they were slowly putting pieces over through the years. But when they can be consistent,
it's not just that. I think the other thing that it has to be like Baker Mayfield is not even showing up as like a salvageable like game manager. Right. He's a threat to the team. Let's be 1,000% honest. He's not consistent. So, like, look at when that happened with fucking Adrian Peterson. He was up there in Minnesota, and he was running through cats. And guess what happened? They ain't never get to no motherfucking playoffs until they got Brett Favre to come show up and help them fucking be, like, within a play of the Super Bowl. Literally, it's like just having that crazy-ass running back is not going to win you no shit. So I appreciate what Chubb and what Hunt and that ground game looks like. That's great. Right. But if you can't even get a game manager out of Baker Mayfield, this again, you played 3 bad teams in 1.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Cleveland had 307 yards rushing yesterday, which is the most the Cowboys have ever allowed in their history as a team. That's insane to think about. That it was a Browns fucking team that did that. Crazy. But there's time. We'll see, because Cleveland could be 8-8 by the end of the season. You just never know. And remember, OBJ wanted to get traded before the start of the season. Even after the first or second week, he went into the press and was complaining that him and Baker just didn't connect. Wasn't getting the balls, and all of a sudden they figured out how to make him part of the plan. Reminds me a lot of Stephon Diggs last year. He complained publicly about the Vikings not drawing up enough plays for him to get the ball and get touchdowns. As soon as they did, the Vikings came back and got into that playoff. So, those are the things sometimes you have to rattle the cage a little bit to get a little attention, unfortunately. Deontay Wimbush, she said, disagree with that Streamlabs. CD was a good pick. We were confident in McCoy, LVE, Sean Lee, Owsley, Anthony Brown, and injuries effed us. So there you go.
That's true. I mean, and that's the thing I said. If your team is built as break, don't bend, or bend, don't break, bend, don't break, but that's with your starters. Right. And that many dudes are out for injury. Yeah. Like what the fuck you gonna do? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking players on an 11-man defensive squad. That's more than half. Yeah. Like, fuck, man. Try and tell me you in your car and all 4 tires go out, your AC don't motherfucking work, and you can't accelerate. You'll be out here in these streets talking about, well, I mean, I don't know, man. You should have been up in these streets trying to get a new car rated. Nigga, I got other things to worry about right now. Yeah. I really do.
Those are my college years, what you're talking about. Trent donated here. He said, Winston is out here spitting the truth today. Pray to the church of swag, drip, drip, and go Bills. There you go. Give the love to the Bills and to Winston as well. Let's see here. Who else we got? Roberto Arsenal says, Rocha, Liverpool play undefeated Everton next. Are you scared? Hell no. Everton's like the Cleveland Browns. They finally just started getting good for 1 year. We'll see what happens. But we did play like shit. I'd hate to play us after we just got our butts kicked, because they're going to come back strong. And Thiago getting COVID didn't really help things either. And Adrian should be sold today. I hope to God they sell his ass today. Cowboys offensive with a Bears defensive would make a great team. Oh, Cowboys offense with a Bears defense would make a great team.
I mean, what are you trying to do? The fusion dance up in this bitch? Like, we're trying to make a new Super Saiyan we ain't seen before? You, John.
Niggas just come together like, you be like, what happened, man? That star went orange and navy blue. Like, I don't know what happened.
What movies _ Matt said that OBJ issue is overblown. I can tell you that as a fact with my dad working in the local sports media. National media blew that up, not local. Let's set the record straight with that real quick. And Winston, we talked. You know how I feel about Baker. Oh, there you go. All right, good to know.
Heart palpitations. That's essentially what it came down to. He gets heart palpitations every time Baker holds the ball.
That's true. I would too.
That's what's crazy. What's crazy is that Baker Mayfield has much better numbers on the amount of money he's collecting from Hulu and State Farm for all these fucking commercials.
You mean Progressive?
Progressive, excuse me. Is he on Progressive? No. He's not on Progressive.
No,
it's Progressive.
I don't think it's Progressive. Oh, that's right. The campaign.
Baker Mayfield is Progressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right.
It's not State Farm?
I thought it was State Farm.
All right.
State Farm is Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Chris Paul.
It is. You're right.
I guess it is Progressive. Okay.
That guy who plays
all right. So between Progressive and Hulu, he's making more. He's getting his numbers look way better doing that than they do actually throwing a football. Okay, Jay. What are you trying to talk to yourself up about how you were right again and Winston doesn't ever listen to you and blah blah blah? Okay, get it out of your system. Get out your system.
All right, Randy Constant says Texans just fired Bill O'Brien. Dolphins have both of their first and second round picks. Dolphins ran on the plug twice. Hashtag. Respect, Randy.
What if Bill O'Brien goes and becomes GM of the fucking Dolphins and he's like, we did it, niggas. We ride the blind.
We got that money. We got that money.
Got it all. Don't you see?
And then it's like, y'all aren't even in the same division. Why you doing this to them? Why?
That's awesome. All right, our next game, we'll run through these because we're already an hour into the show, for God's sakes. Please keep hitting that like button. Keep sending in StreamLabs and SuperChats. This has been a fun show already. We got almost 600 y'all watch us live. It's incredible. So thank you so much for joining us. We're having a really, really great time here. All right, the Bills remained undefeated. Josh Allen and these Bills, you got to start taking them seriously, man. They defeated the Raiders here 30-23 in Las Vegas. Josh Allen threw 2 touchdowns to lead the way. He meshed well with Stephon Diggs. He had himself 6 receptions for 115 yards. Allen completed a pass to at least 9 different people on the team. Pretty incredible. The Bills are averaging a league third best 30.75 points per game and have opened up 4-0 for the first time in the last 12 years. They were 3-1 last season and made the playoffs. Now, Derek Carr for the Raiders, he went 32 of 44 for 311 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he has yet to throw an interception this season. 4 games, and Derek Carr for the Raiders has not thrown an interception. This is probably why after the game he was super pissed and said he's tired of losing. He's tired of constantly being on the losing end and getting close in these games and not pulling it out. So completely frustrated. Cole Beasley. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, remember we said this with no Patriots as a real threat.
Yeah,
the Bills could take this division.
Yeah.
We kept saying it. We said that before the season started. Mm-hmm. With no Tom Brady, this was before the Cam Newton announcement. To be honest,
yeah,
we were like, with no Tom Brady, the Bills could run this division.
Yep. It was there for the Bills or the Dolphins to slide in there possibly and take this division.
They had to stop having strip clubs in the parking lot. I mean,
that was the funniest part of when we did Blurred and Gold for the short period that we did Blurred and Gold is our reports on the Miami strip clubs. So.
It was a weekly report, baby, how much they was making it rain.
But I like these Bills. That defense showed up hard against those Raiders, and Josh Allen is starting to throw better and better every year, and every game. And I don't mean better and better in terms of like he was terrible before. I mean, you're seeing a young player, not a rookie, but a young player figuring out this game and maturing into a damn good quarterback. And nobody is talking about it, man. Nobody is mentioning it. And this is just like when Jim Kelly was getting really good way back when for the Bills. I remember nobody was talking about Jim Kelly because it's Buffalo way at the far end of the country. And now slowly but surely these Bills are going to work themselves into a position here where they may challenge the Patriots for the division, as we said, but also may challenge for whoever comes out of the AFC to be a Super Bowl representative. Don't put them over the Chiefs just yet. I want to see the Bills and Chiefs get it on if they can, because this would be fun to see what you've got here with that defense against that offense and vice versa. So I'm excited overall. So I love these Bills. I don't know what you're going to do with these Raiders. I mean, Derek Carr.
Nobody ever said that in their life. Ain't nobody love Bills, Rocha.
Just saying. Bills
you might have just made history. To be quite honest, you might have made history of somebody not being in Buffalo, New York currently. Not from Buffalo. in Buffalo,
or at least from Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever said, "I love these Bills," and that's referring to the actual Bills you have to pay or the Bills that play.
That's true.
That's the original joke I was making. I just don't know if you caught it, Jay, but there it is. I clarified.
I prefer the Destiny's Child's Bills, right?
And that was the whole thing, and nobody liked that either. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my car bills, automobiles? Can you pay? And then maybe we can chill. First of all,
maybe we can chill.
Maybe we can chill. Maybe if I pay all of them, which is funny because then the flip side is you're a bugaboo. You paid my cell phone bill, you bought my shoes, and now you're a bugaboo. Make up your mind. Do you want my money or you don't? What the fuck you want?
You're telling me that the writing's on the goddamn walls. I need to the goddamn apple.
The writing's on the motherfucking wall.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as it goes along with those two teams. I'm excited to see what Buffalo does. We'll see how long Gruden. I mean, the Raiders are getting a lot of shit this week. It was almost karma that they lost the game because you got Gruden barely wearing the mask on his face, being a dick about it, and then you've got the other players in there showing up at events without masks on, and then claiming to have we kind of made a mistake. We should have thought blah blah blah. You know, it's kind of crazy to see how much these players are just kind of sticking in the face of the NFL, thinking they won't get in trouble. Well,
wait till the tests come from when they hear the Las Vegas Raiders have 27 people who've tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, maybe we should stop here for a second and talk about that real quick. We had the Tennessee Titans players, I mean, like 8 to 10 of them and some staff got diagnosed with the COVID. Then a couple other people got diagnosed with COVID.
Not COVID, got the COVID.
Got the COVID. Yeah, sorry, got the COVID.
That's some old man shit with it. You got the COVID.
That's the COVID. But the NFL just had a meeting with all the teams, and Adam Schefter just issued the memo and the letter that was sent to all the teams. And this is something interesting. Simply put, compliance is mandatory. Now is the time to recommit ourselves to our protocols and best practices for the duration of the season. Protocol violations that result in virus spread requiring adjustments to the schedule or otherwise impacting other teams will result in additional financial and competitive discipline, including the adjustment or loss of draft choices or even the forfeit of a game. I've never, ever seen the NFL threaten another team with forfeiting a game for violating its rules. That doesn't happen, dude.
I'll tell you why. Because the NFL said, the minute this shit happened with Tennessee, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And then it started to happen with New England. They're like, fuck, we got to move games and bye week. Shit. They literally said, you fuck with my money, Smoke.
Yeah.
Fuck with my money is fuck with my emotions. Y'all gonna do what the fuck I said, or I'm gonna come by and I'm gonna drive by on all y'all motherfuckers. You ain't fucking my shit up.
Just that, because now it's like it's that, but it's also we got to move games.
Yeah,
we're already playing in a very, very tricky situation.
Yep.
If it fucks up anymore, where it runs into playoffs, guess what? It moves potentially.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And you do not.
I'm actually curious. This is a great question.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do with the Super Bowl?
I
know there are ways out, but like that's the biggest thing about that is you take over a city, and then it's the most sold out like event of the year, maybe worldwide. What the fuck do you do?
Only one beats it is WrestleMania.
Right.
The only thing that beats it. Where's it at? Vegas?
I think it was supposed to be Vegas this year.
Yeah.
That Vegas is open.
Right.
I hate to say it.
Are you fucking telling me we're about to see a fourth wave?
Vegas is an open city out of all places. Now, if it would have been somewhere like,
hold on. The Super Bowl is next year, 2021, February 7th, in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Holy shit!
Florida is open. Florida is for real.
Florida is
I've been paying attention to professional wrestling more than anything else. Two major companies are based out of Florida, and they have fans in there already. The moment the governor was like, "We open, we open." Raymond James Stadium is going to be packed.
That's insane.
On purpose.
Yeah. And what's crazy too, you look at this. It's also that governor down there, Ron DeSantis. He's a big Trump guy, so he's not closing shit down. Governor Dumbass. Right, exactly. He's not going to shut down anything and try to get fans, because the Dolphins are already letting fans into the stadium. I think the Tampa Bay had fans yesterday as I was watching some of that game. Jacksonville's had fans in their stadium, so they're not shutting down anything.
They're trying to do this whole, we're going to let a minimal amount in to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I need everybody. It's something they haven't been doing on purpose.
Yeah.
They've been making sure you see the majority of the field all season, right? So it doesn't look awkward. Now, watch any game from Florida. Pay attention to the pullbacks in the stadiums.
Yeah.
And watch you start seeing week by week those crowds get bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah. More and more people coming through the situation. That's for damn sure. Alex Ternay asks us, what is the bubble scenario for the NFL? I don't think they have one right now, and I'd be surprised. Do you know how many people are on an NFL team? Just the players themselves. Then you add the staff. Then you add the training staff. Then you add the GM and all those people, like the entire administration. That's a lot of people around a football team, which is why they couldn't do the bubbles going into the NFL. But you had the bubble in the NBA. That totally worked. Because
worked. It's a smaller amount of players.
Exactly. And
the players alone on an NBA team are total 20.
Yeah. Right.
Our total
plus
20
staff,
12?
it's like 30, 40 people. That's it. Yeah.
It's 12 that make your playoff roster, I think it is.
Right. 12 that make your playoff roster. And you rarely go versus 8 or 9 deep. Yeah.
Versus 52.
Versus 52 plus staff. Yeah, I get it, but it doesn't matter. I feel like that was something that they should have been looking into and trying to get into place, because especially if the ultimate sacrifice of this is your season over. I live in Tampa. I ain't touched that stadium for a long time. Hell yeah, fuck no. Like I was excited about seeing what this new stadium looked like over here in Inglewood. I ain't going to that bitch for years.
Oh man, I went to the construction of that a few months ago, and I was hoping that we could get to go, the three of us, as kind of like representatives of Game Time, as press to cover some of these games. But like, they're not letting anybody in, man. It's nuts what's going on over there.
Let me tell you something right now. That when you're talking about the NFL,
bring it down.
The commissioner of the National Football League, is Roger Goodell.
That's right.
Who is damn good friends with two people, Donald Trump and Robert Kraft.
Truth.
That money that the league is making just as doing the season alone.
Yeah.
If you think he is going to take a cut out of his paycheck because he gets a big ass bonus for the Super Bowl,
he does.
Roger Goodell ain't finna make. They're going to do everything. And again, once you have these states where these governors who are pushing back on science, I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah,
I don't care about political affiliation. I don't care about nothing else. You're pushing back on science because of greed and trying to own somebody. You can't own science. That's proven.
This is possible. Oh, sorry. This is possible. Where is it? The NHL's bubble was 100% successful. Yes, it was. Sorry, I didn't mention that, Scott. But the bubble system could work for the NFL playoffs. That's possible if you because it's limited amount of teams, so there's only so many players. That's why the MLB is going into the bubble this week for these second round playoff series. They're all in either in San Diego, Los Angeles, or I think somewhere in Florida. That's the only place. So all the teams have come, they're quarantining, they're getting tested, all that kind of jazz, and then they're playing. And that's how they're keeping it. So they're keeping it all the games in that one stadium between multiple teams. So that's how they're keeping it in control. I think with the NFL, it'd be tough to do. You'd have to pick the state. I mean, maybe you play all the games in Raymond James, all the playoff games in Raymond James, including the Super Bowl, but that would be dangerous.
You don't.
Okay.
Again, unfortunately, I hate to say this.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're trying to discredit all the fans, the pleasure of potentially seeing the game.
Right.
You cannot put those games in hotbed states. And again, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but I'm saying that because the NBA put everybody in Florida, in Orlando.
But the difference is nobody was allowed. Well, that's the thing. Nobody was allowed to go.
Yeah,
everybody up in that bitch. Everybody that's there is in the bubble.
Right?
Even a fan that's like outside the bubble that goes, oh shit, I'm trying to be all up in this shit.
Yeah.
The NBA, when they did their bubble, yes, the people that saw it that you never saw in the 20, 30 seats that were sitting around were family and friends. It was never just random people. This is something we're talking about, letting fans in. Because again, in Atlanta with the game last week against the Bears, they said, we're letting in 200 to 300 family and staff members.
Yep.
But again, it's Georgia.
Yeah.
Kemp is already he's shown he doesn't give a shit.
Oh no.
They're gonna open it. They're playing that whole game of little by little.
Yep.
Little by little. And then you have a full stadium. And then all of a sudden you hear it's another super spreader event. Oh.
Fuck you, Darren. Fuck you, Darren.
The only reason you can't, because for the playoffs you can, for the Super Bowl you can't.
Darren's a Bengals fan. They'll use your Cincinnati Stadium too, there, Darren.
Shit. Let me shut my face.
All right, let's move on to our next game, and that's the Seattle Seahawks. They won. Russell Wilson threw for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns. Seattle went to 4-0 in this victory. It's the first time they've been 4-0 since 2013, which is also the same year they won the Super Bowl. So they've scored 30 or more points in 4 consecutive games for the first time since 2015. The Dolphins were game in this. I mean, they were handling this thing. They were fighting tooth and nail, scratching, overcoming interceptions and what have you, doing the best they could. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. DK Metcalf had 4 catches. My God, if you picked up DK Metcalf in fantasy thinking he might have a great season, you are in for a treat. That guy is going to get better and better. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Hey man, look, he's been my bread and butter, which is why last game was so rough when he fucking fumbled. Like, as a Cowboys fan, I was like, good, don't score. As a fantasy football owner, I was like, nigga, you're gonna score anyway. You can't just fucking hold on to the motherfucking ball. You stupid son of a bitch. Like, so, but that's the thing. I think after that, he was beating himself up because Russell cussed him out. Pete Carroll cussed him out. Yeah. Everybody got up in his face, and he was like, I ain't never gonna fucking do that
again. That's how it goes. And David Moore had 3 catches for 95 yards. And Chris Carson, he rushed for 80 yards and a pair of touchdowns. This Seattle Seahawks team, in my opinion, this year is the most complete Seattle Seahawks team I've ever seen under Pete Carroll's coaching and under Russell Wilson as a quarterback. Their defense and their offense look fantastic. I think DK Metcalf is a better receiver than Lockett or any of these other guys ever were when they won the Super Bowl already. So to me, I think they look better. And Carson looks like a fantastic running back. No. All right, what you say no, Winston. Why is that?
That defense is real bad.
You think the Seahawks defense is bad?
That's a bad team. That's a bad defense. It's not Cowboys bad. Wow. It's not that bad.
Okay.
But like, bro, like,
my bad, y'all. I had to be daddy real quick.
All right.
What does that mean? Oh, for a child. I was like, the fuck that means? Bro, they let up 25 points, 30 points, 31 points, and 23 points. That's not a good defense.
All right.
That's not a good defense. The Seahawks.
All right.
Again, Seahawks have played that loss of the Legion of Boom has plagued them.
Okay.
I'm trying to let me pull up. I'm trying to pull up team statistics of defenses and shit. Let's see. As far as the leader, the only thing that they are good at, they have a 5 differential on turnovers.
Okay.
And everything else, let's see. In yards allowed, I'm pulling it up. In yards allowed, they are last.
Wow.
They are averaging 476 yards per game.
They're giving up 476 yards per game?
They're giving up 476 yards per game.
Wow.
As far as passing,
they
are giving up where are they? They are giving up 401 yards per game.
Wow.
As far as rushing,
all right.
Their rushing is fine. The rushing is at 75 yards per game.
Okay.
So that's not bad. And then points per game, they are, let's see, hold on. Where are they? Let's see, that's 32, 31. There's no number, sorry. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. They're 20th, giving up an average of 27.3 points per game. So no, they are not a complete team. That defense is sus as fuck. Russell Wilson just playing like Russell Wilson's like, I want my MVP trophy and I want another ring, bitch. That's what's happening.
All right.
They talked about that on the NFL. I think it was on NFL on Fox or CBS. They were talking about how Russell Wilson has killed the game, even when he won the Super Bowl, and is never in the MVP talk. Like, he'll start out in that conversation in the beginning of the year. It'll be like, oh, Russell should be in this MVP category. You'd be like, we're 5 games in. Yeah, but Russell should be in it. You get to the week 14, 15, they'd be like, so it's about 2 other niggas you can talk about.
Bro.
Okay, so wow.
Wow. Their offense is incredible. Don't get me wrong. Russell is doing insane things, and the defense is putting up when they need big stops. I'm not taking that from them. But if you're talking about as an actual unit, they are bad.
Wow. You know who's in the top 5? Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, the Colts, the 49ers, and then I don't know how this is possible. My Redskins are sitting. I mean, my Washington football team is in the fuck, bro. I can't do it. Is in the top 10. We're in the top 10 for.
They're gonna cancel you.
That's insane.
No, they're gonna cancel you.
They can't. I'm a minority. They can't cancel.
That's not how that works. They do it all the time. They do it all the
time. Did you all see the report that Golden Tate and Jalen Ramsey threw hands after the game yesterday? Ramsey waited for that man outside the Giants locker room. Yeah, I put that on the rundown. That was crazy, man. Ramsey don't play. I don't know why you'd be messing around with Ramsey, man. That guy is crazy.
Keep that same energy. Like you said, keep that same energy.
Yeah. That's scary to me, man. I don't mess around with that stuff. Jalen's all cool when you're watching him on. Jalen's a Seminole. I knew even when he played with the Seminoles, you don't cross that man or say a cross word to that man. But watching him on the Hard Knocks, you're like, holy crap! Yeah, I know. I'm not messing with that dude at all. So Golden Tate, you feeling yourself a little too much, Notre Dame boy. That's not the way you want to go. All right, where are we at right now? Let's see. The next one. So the Seahawks look good, but I get what you're saying. The defense not as strong as I thought. But let's move on to Jay's Bears, who couldn't get it done.
Let's go past this. That's not the thing we need to talk about.
Come on, man. You don't want to come back down to earth. It's cool down here. We got climate change and fake COVID reportings and shit. Come on, nigga.
Hey, man, look.
Come on back. Come on back.
Hey, man,
you've been riding the fucking luck like it ain't nobody's motherfucking business for 3 weeks, and you finally just facing reality, my nigga.
First of all, let me be the first person that says the same shit he said each and every week after a Bears win. We are still terrible. I have said that on this show repeatedly. I have not stood down and said we're terrible.
But every week you came and talking about, we bad, but no, nigga. Like you were all so excited.
Sir. Sir, excuse me. Make sure you sir.
Yeah.
I made sure that I expressed my excitement for a win
my
local hometown team. However,
wow.
In the midst of expressing that excitement and showing my elation and my joy and being able to in public wear a Bears jersey, I openly admitted here on Al Gore's internet, I admitted that the Bears were terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this now on Beyonce's Wi-Fi and telling y'all that we shouldn't discuss this anymore.
Oh! There it is.
Did you hear why Jalen and Golden Tate fought?
Yeah,
break it down.
Because Jalen knocked up Tate's sister and then left. And then cheated and fucking left. So she's just sitting there all pregnant with his child, and he got about that mother. Oh, well, look at them hands. Golden Tate, fuck him up.
I don't know. There's two sides to every story. I don't know what happened. What's
the other side of you got my sister pregnant and your bitch ass gone? What other side is there? What other side did she cut off the nigga dick before he left? Like what other possible stuff? Did you just there are good people on both sides, Rocha? What the fuck, Rocha?
Did you Charlotte feel this?
Rocha, you better stand back and stand by, bitch. I can't believe you fucking said that shit.
I'm just proud of my boys. I love this. IMAX responded to Haskell said the commentators mentioned it briefly before someone told them to move on. I can only imagine what
somebody in the technical side.
I mean, can you imagine like Jack? What is his name? Buck. Be like, well, Troy. From what I understand, Golden Tate impregnated Ramsey's sister, and then
other way around.
Ramsey impregnated Golden Tate's sister. So, and then Troy's like this.
But you know, when somebody in the back is the producer.
Oh yeah.
Troy out there talking about, well, that's not a defense that I'm ever used to having to deal with. That sounds like quite a situation. I would have tried to call an audible myself. I don't. We go to commercial.
Yeah, Troy's going. Jack, I played with Michael Irvin. And then there's just quiet. Just silence.
Oh. That was the other thing I forgot. Ramsey left the pregnant sister for a stripper. Ooh. It wasn't even like he literally was at the club and fell in love with the stripper.
What? I'm in love with the stripper. That's not. I'm in love with a stripper.
You are not the tight end. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's go to the video tip. Let's go to the video.
Oh God.
Oh, insane. Anyway, that was nuts. I put it on the rundown. We just jumped it. No problem. Roka. What's the other side? There is no side. I was making a joke.
What is the other side? Oh my God. Yeah,
that's bad news, man. You don't do that. I
kind of feel like
tequila shots.
Tequila shots. No, and the buffet, bro. Left it for the buffet. Yo, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Yo, I think the other side of this, I think Doomsday had a point. I mean, sometimes you just got to kill everything in your sight, bro. Like, it's not even. It's just like sometimes I just think you just got to fuck everything up, bro. Like, I don't know. I think Superman was taking that a little bit too seriously. Those that are wondering what I'm quoting, watch the Death of Superman episode of the Inner Geekdom Show today at 4.
There you go. Well said. All right, here we go. We got one last. Anyway, what we were talking about was Phillip Rivers here getting it done. His Colts are they're 3-1 now. So I mean, we were expecting them to do well this year. They've quietly gotten these victories over the last 4 weeks. Phillip Rivers doing his best, like someone mentioned earlier, 85% completion percentage, leading the NFL. And Nick Foles looked like regular season Nick Foles against the. I'm just telling you, man. I've been saying this for 2 years now. When Jacksonville traded for him or signed him as a free agent, when the Bears got him, I'm like, you're not getting Nick Foles for the regular season. You're getting Nick Foles for the playoffs, not
Soul Gaffin in the fucking comment. Goddamn, Soul Goffin. Left him for those Magic City wings. Saw Lou Williams.
Fuck up himself in the bubble for them wings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
God, that's insane. Remember, there is no sex.
I don't need you to say this anymore. Let me say it for you.
All right, please go ahead.
People kept saying, well, Nick Foles is better than Mitch Trubisky. This is true. However, it's still fucking Nick Foles. At the end of the day, it is everybody keep being like, well, he's got a Super Bowl ring. It is Nick Foles.
True.
Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. Don't do this.
Brad Johnson
has a Super Bowl ring. Let's not do this. It is Nick Foles. And then everybody was like, yo, look what Nick. Then everybody, Barstool Sports put up this stupid ass Big Dick Nick shirt, which said BDN, which, by the way, if anybody from Chicago know better, you do not buy a BDN shirt in Chicago. That'll get you shot. Anyway, that'll get you shot. But everybody was like, yo, look when Nick Diddy came back. He has to do something. And then everybody was like, he's the starter, of course. And then as the starter, you're like, well, shit, Trubisky is suited up. He can go play.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
The Bears need a real quarterback.
Yeah.
They do. But see, this is, I blame y'all. You let Cam go up and get fucking COVID when he could have been chilling in Chicago, listening to fucking stand up and shit. And you let the nigga go up to Boston, racist. And you let him go up to, what the fuck is that noise?
Are you playing something? You must be on ESPN.
Oh, I opened ESPN. You know, they be doing them ads. And I didn't even
ads. Yeah.
Didn't even ask for that shit.
Oh, I know.
Anyway,
I mean,
I get this. I get how many quarters he threw. I get, but you by the same thing saying Nick Foles threw 7 touchdowns, 3 quarters. Dak Prescott threw over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay?
True.
I mean, let's just be honest.
I agree.
There's no way. The Bears O-line is suspect at best.
Yeah.
They tired very quickly.
Yes, they do.
The O-line gets tired super quick. The defense, I really am starting to think, though, the NFL officials do not like the defense.
Oh, come on. Don't start
because they call everything on them. And
don't start that.
They called a PI on Kyle Fuller that was a legit going for the ball.
That's fair. You can have criticisms about the call, but you can't say the refs have a thing in for the Bears. Come on.
That's my feeling. Let me have this. We ain't got nothing.
All right, fair enough. I'll let you. As a fan, absolutely. I get that. Yeah.
But it's just, Nick, the Bears could have had, again, we kept saying this on the show. The Bears could have had Cam Newton. He was open, willing, and available, and clearly going for dirt cheap.
Yeah, he was, man. Incredible. Yeah. Because you watch him play.
You said no because why? You don't like that. You don't like Cam Newton, and you go get Nick Foles because you say, well, Nick has a Super Bowl ring. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Again, Joe Flacco has a ring, and everybody keep making it seem like he was an elite fucking quarterback. That's and he's true. The reason that quarterbacks get all this dumbass money now. Yeah. And I will say it to this day. So stop. Mm-hmm. The Bears have Nagy needs to go, plain and simple, because he don't know what the fuck to do as coach anymore.
Wow.
He don't.
Okay.
It's frustrating when you're watching it. You're like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You watch them, the Bears do 2-3 plays at work. Mm-hmm. Keep with the formula. Keep with it.
Yeah.
Now we go into something completely different, and it's the defense has already read this. Mm-hmm. Like, stop.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Rivers was only 16 of 29 for 190 yards and a touchdown. Foles was what he was. He did 26 of 42 for 249 yards and a late touchdown, which didn't really do much. But their defense, this Colts defense, as I said earlier, it's in the top 5 right now. They brought in 2018 Pro Bowl defensive tackle DeForest Buckner and 2017 All-Pro cornerback Xavier Rhodes, and they've been playing fantastic defense. And look, once again, as we said last week, I think I said this. It's basically the second season of Manning with the Broncos. Just manage the game, get us enough points. We'll handle it on defense. You just stay upright, throw the ball to where you need to throw it, and get us enough points so we can win the game because our defense is going to shut them down. And this may be the formula Indianapolis uses going into the playoffs. We shall see. They're 3-1, and for this loss, is a tough loss for sure. But the Bears are still 3-1. Jay, you're still first place in the division for God's sake. So
yeah, but again, I don't. Yes, the record is 3-1. Yeah. Just like the Bears are 3-0. Everybody was like, "Yo, but we are the worst 3-0 team out there."
Mm-hmm. True, fair.
It was just the truth. Okay. There was no arguing that. You could not argue the Bears were 3-0 and be like, "Yo, they were a definitive and decisive 3-0."
Right.
Again, the win against Detroit. Detroit lost that game for Detroit. The Bears didn't win that game for Detroit.
Yeah, you dropped that ball.
The Bears against Atlanta. Yeah. The Bears against Atlanta. Atlanta is Atlanta. That Atlanta is
true.
Is the euphemism for the United States right now. We are in the fourth quarter of an Atlanta Falcons game. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Bears against who else did they fucking beat last week?
The Bears? The Falcons?
The Falcons, and it was the Falcons, whoever they fucking beat. But nonetheless,
okay.
We've always been bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've been a bad team. Winston, shut up.
I understand. I literally ain't said shit. I'm sitting here. That's why
Karma got him.
That's why he fucking sucked. I literally did not say shit. I ain't say shit.
You're just shaking your head,
smiling. Here just smiling. I was like, yes, preach, brother, preach. Like I was like, that's it. Why you come for me? Don't come for me. I ain't do nothing.
Brady Buckingham says 10 Raiders got fined for COVID violations. Lord almighty. 10 of them. Jesus, man. That's I don't know what the Raiders are doing there. They used to have a little more discipline going on there, but it is tough right now. All right, Jay's down there. He is.
My internet got jokes. My internet got jokes.
Internet on my side, nigga. I got a kill switch. You don't know about that shit, bro.
Kill switch.
Bro, I was literally sitting here just like, no one is noticing. Jay didn't notice. John didn't notice. The fans didn't notice. I sat there for 5 minutes, let you read about the Bears just.
I saw you. That's why I said, can you cut off his camera? As soon as I was like, can you cut off his camera? My camera and the internet was like, nah, nigga, watch this.
You're right, Corey. Sorry about that. Yes, the Packers are top of the division, but they have the Falcons tonight. Don't put it past the Falcons to pull a crazy-ass upset tonight. I'm just saying. I've seen the Packers go away mentally during a game when they're coming in with all this hype and they're playing a team that's way below them in terms of talent, and they blow it. I've seen Aaron Rodgers do that many times.
He has to win this, or he's getting fired right along with Bill O'Brien tonight. So
Bill O'Brien, yeah, that's true.
You know what? I think the only way Dan Quinn gets fired tonight is if they do what they did, what they've been doing.
Yeah, like blow leads
and blow it. I think that's how he get. If they are all of a sudden coming out just guns blazing, and then all of a sudden come second half or whatever, Aaron Rodgers and them come back and win.
Yeah.
Then somebody will have Dan Quinn's luggage packed for him already. Because what he won't know is there's already been a representative on standby standing at his hotel room with the spare key. And first quarter, they've already said, start packing.
They're going to fire him like Lane Kiffin on the tarmac at the airport. They're going to fire him on the tarmac. You can't get on the plane, Lane. What's going on? You're no longer coaching the team.
Well, you can't get on a plane. Why not? This plane is only for people associated with the organization. Well, I am. Yeah. But are you, though?
Are you? All right, let's move on to our last game, and then we'll jump into the best of the rest. We only have about 25 minutes left here. If you want to send a StreamLab or Super Chat, now is the time to do it. The StreamLabs address right above Jay's head or in the description down below of this video. Hit the StreamLabs. And even after you watch this video, if you want to send a StreamLab in as a thank you for us doing this show, feel free. Send that message in and send the StreamLab. You can do so. And send in your Super Chats now. Those you can only send in while the show is live. So please feel free to send in any of your comments or, I don't know, barbs or whatever you want to say. All right, the Saints scored 5 straight TDs in a 35-29 win over the Lions. They were down 14 points to the Detroit Lions, but Drew Brees threw 2 touchdown passes to Traquan Smith, 2 minutes and 19 seconds apart in the second quarter to help them beat the Lions, and this pulled them up to just 2-2. That's all. Remember, Saints fullback Michael Burton had a, quote, false positive test for coronavirus, leading to another round of tests for players and staff overnight. But in the end, they were able to get the game on. The Lions were ahead 14-0 when all of this started to happen for the Saints. They got it going here in the end and got the job done.
And he played, by the way. And he played.
And he played, right, exactly.
And he played.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Okay, as soon as he was on the field, I'd have had him take me off. I'm not going to tackle him. No thanks. It's kind of crazy the way it's in. But the Lions lost a 17-point fourth quarter lead against Chicago, and then in week 2 they were up by 11 against Green Bay before giving up 31 straight points. So this is just that kind of situation here. I mean, they beat the Cardinals last week, which is a pretty big shock. But Matt Patricia's team, he is 10-25-1 as a coach. How the hell does he still have a job, for the love of God? It's pretty insane. Mike Vrabel is doing a miles better job at Tennessee, but Matt Patricia is absolutely taking one of his large craps in Detroit on this team. It's insane to watch the way they play because they just can't get it done. And Matt Stafford, you're pissing away Stafford's last few years as a prime quarterback in this league, and it's a shame. Any thoughts on this one?
It just makes me sad because, like you said, you're wasting the better part of his career. I think that you're looking at a situation where Matt has probably realized, fuck, I may not ever get a ring, so let me get this money.
Yeah. How many of these quarterbacks get there?
Do you think that the statement when a quarterback makes, especially, I'm going to be a blank forever, is not the best thing to say?
I'm going to be what? I'm going
to be a blank, whatever team it is.
Yeah,
you have players who say, I'm going to be a blank my whole career. You put insert team. Yeah. And then you see that, and sometimes it don't pan out the way they think it's going to pan out.
Right.
Because, again, Dak Prescott just recently said it. I'm a Cowboy forever.
Yeah.
Not if Jerry Jones keeps talking shit about him. He's not. I would be very upset, but I would not blame Dak for being like, fuck this, I'm out.
Like anything else in life, you can't talk big about something you want too much. You can go for things, but like if you talk big about like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in this organization forever, or I'm going to be this or that, then people start to do, oh, well, he'll just do it for free or a discount or whatever. And that's the kind of thing at the end of the day that you got to be aware of when you talk about it too much, because then they think, well, we've got that as a leverage or advantage over the guy. You're right. Stafford should go. I mean, I've been saying that for 2 years now, that Matt needs to leave Detroit, but he sticks around for whatever reason because there are plenty of other teams that could use him as a quarterback. Better situation.
Somebody got pictures. Somebody got pictures of him.
Yeah.
Bro, send Matt Stafford to Chicago. Y'all will ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he would.
Yeah, he'd be great in Chicago, for God's sake.
Yeah,
He used to
send
play
me a black
co-ed.
quarterback first.
Oh,
What it is. Send me a black quarterback first, and let me see them respect him.
Sure, but of the quarterbacks that should move from their situation that are available,
we already brought up absolutely.
That's all I was saying. I'm not. I don't disagree with you. We've already talked about this. Like Cam Newton probably would have been a good quarterback for your system. I'm saying, given everything that's going on, if Matt Stafford had to pick a team to potentially go to, you go within the division. You already know your fucking opponents. Yeah. And now you're giving a fucking solid ass defense. You got Allen Robinson in this bitch. Come on now.
Oh, no, I'm 100% with you on that.
Mm-hmm. True. All right, so we'll see what happens we'll see what happens there with New Orleans because they're still missing Michael Thomas.
I miss Megatron, bro.
Calvin Johnson. Yeah. Man.
I bet Matt Stafford missed Megatron.
Bro, like that's could you like if you ever needed proof that the Lions are just a shit show? My homie went out early. He said, I'm done with my career at 30 because he was like, nah, fuck this.
Winston, twice. Barry Sanders went out and was like, fuck this. And Calvin Johnson. Yeah, both those guys. That's a shitty thing.
Had to go and live in Detroit and then had to play for the organization of Detroit, which is a shit show.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Super Dan says a couple of years ago, Stafford should have gone to Jacksonville when they had that defense, but he re-signed with the Lions.
That would have been a good choice.
1,000% agree with that.
He probably just want to go to Florida. You know, Stafford's from Dallas. He didn't want that Florida shit.
Oh, fair. Oh, wow. Is there a little? I didn't know. Is there some rivalry between Dallas and Florida? I didn't know about.
No. Just knowing he's from Dallas, he didn't want nothing to do with Florida. That's just.
Dang him. Randy Constant says, my dog cousin married Calvin Johnson. He is done. I don't know what that means. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, cool. All right. Fair enough. All right. Anyway, let's move into the best of the rest here, and then we'll get your thoughts, and we'll jump into the game 3, and then we'll get on out of here. So much to talk about here in best of the rest real quick. Lamar Jackson leading his Ravens to a bounce-back victory over my Washington football team, 31-17. No surprise there. Kirk Cousins did bring the Vikings a victory finally, and they beat the Texans, which, of course, caused Bill O'Brien to get fired as GM and coach, 31-23. Joe Burrow looked fantastic getting his first win of his career, 33-25 there. And Carolina's Teddy Bridgewater got it done against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, who suddenly, all of a sudden, looked like they're in free fall after 2 losses in a row. The teams they should have beat if they're supposedly playoff contenders, that being Carolina and Detroit. And then the Broncos topped the winless Jets 37-28 for their first victory of the season. Joe Flacco got into that game for the love of God. So any of these games you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to say? Brett Rippon looked good for the Broncos, getting it done again. 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on Thursday night. I like that he is now stepping into this situation. Anything you guys want? Sam Darnold looked terrible. What do you guys think?
I mean, what if Joe Flacco gets to have his own Keanu and go up and with the Jets and try and prove that he wasn't just a flash in the pan? Be interesting.
That's a possibility.
And there's a bunch of people in the comments was like, Joe Flacco, he led the team to 3 AFC championships. And he won the Super Bowl.
He didn't deserve that Super Bowl MVP. I'll say that a million times over. That was Jacoby Jones's MVP. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? He had 3 overall touchdowns, 1 including right after they came back from them lights out shit and ran back a 101-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, that was when Ray Lewis was supposed to ascend to heaven.
And that was right. There was another play out, if I remember correctly. It was somewhere it hit him. Somebody hit him. It bounced off someone, and he still got up, caught the ball, and ran it in for a motherfucking touchdown. How much Kobe Jones got to do to get a motherfucking touchdown? You just gonna give it to Joe Flacco? That's some more bullshit.
I got to give some love to Carolina getting this victory without Christian McCaffrey in the lineup. Got to give him some love there, getting it done against those Cardinals. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins were supposed to be putting this thing together for Cliff Kingsbury, but after 2 good weeks, they do not look good after these last 2 weeks.
For sure. Murray, did you get the clip? Did you download the clip?
Oh my god, yeah. I can't play it because I don't want this thing to get a strike like it did last time. But yeah,
next time we just gotta edit it so it plays like the 5 seconds of the. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? That would be good. Did you get the clip of Tyler Hero when we talk about Houston or about the Heat and shit?
Tyler Hero's clip? No, you didn't send it to me. Is there a Tyler Hero clip?
Oh, his fucking face! If you saw the amount of no, mom, I'm not cleaning my room jokes that fucking came out of that shit. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull it for you.
All right.
Let's keep going. I'm
All right. I do want to say one thing. Look, I know we all bash my team, and of course that was the first week I was feeling our team a little bit, but now that victory over Philadelphia looks like nothing now. But Haskins looked good yesterday. He didn't get a touchdown, but he didn't throw an interception, but he threw for 300 and something yards, man. Some of those passes were super crisp. I don't know if it's the play calling. I don't know if it's the issue with the fact that Ron Rivera has cancer. So how much is he really focusing on getting this team ready? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, like, having cancer is a massive distraction in your life. Most of these coaches spend 12 to 15 to 20 hours a day sometimes looking at tape and preparing. I mean, Joe Gibbs was known for sleeping in his office. He would work until 2 a.m, sleep until 6, get up and coach for the rest of the day for weeks on end. This is how he lived his life. So you're seeing someone like Ron Rivera, who is a good coach, a damn good coach, certainly took Carolina to the Super Bowl. But that being said, I mean, how much of him is really focused? Then you have Jack Del Rio, who's a crazy MAGA nut coaching the defense. How many of these black men are sitting there listening to this guy and really give a shit about what he has to say? These are dangerous combinations under someone like Dan Snyder, who has 500 women accusing him of sexual harassment. So I think Haskins, I was a little hard on him initially, and then I watched some of the game, watched some of the highlights. He played well. I think he's got potential. It's just he's under the wrong system to see what he can do. What do you guys think?
I have a question in regard to that.
Sure.
Do we count, and this is going to sound weird, ladies and gentlemen, when I say this, but hear me out. Do we count the first 3-4 games of the season for every single team as preseason?
It's a great point. It's a great point.
It's a good question. I don't know if I can sign off on that. And my only reason, maybe the first game, but my only reasoning is because most of the time those preseason games are for the second and third string, not the first. Like the first string team does a drive,
especially that fourth game.
But also you see, and with that, the first string team has now been riddled with injuries. Wow. You're seeing this of the first string players that have played.
Yeah,
the ones that have opted in, they have been injured. So you kind of got to consider. I think we go into again, the season is going to collectively count all 16 weeks, no matter what.
Right.
But until we get to week 5, where we are, that's when we see the season.
Right.
Because we're playing preseason right now.
That's a snarl. That's a snarl and a half.
That's that shit, bro. I fucking love that shit.
It's fantastic. Oh, I forgot to mention the Eagles as well, beating the 49ers here 25-20. Carson Wentz.
They pulled it off because I turned the game off.
Yeah, because it was boring as fuck.
Yo, it was boring. Wow. I was looking at the score. I was like, ain't nobody out here. Ain't nobody out here going to score. Because like at halftime, it was 8-7. I was like
8-7, Jay.
I was like, so this is what we doing? This is really what everybody's like. George Kittle is back. I was like, yeah, but where's everybody else? Like, we know Jimmy G is hurt, but damn.
Yeah. Well, you got to give love to George Kittle, though. Kittle got himself 183 yards off 15 catches. So, I mean, these guys were trying to win. Nick Mullins was trying to lead that team. Beathard got in there as well. But in the end, the Eagles did just enough to get that victory. And that victory, because of their tie, as well against the Bengals earlier in the season, puts them in first place by half a game in the NFC East. Everyone else has only won one game. I think the Giants are winless. So Philadelphia slides in there with that victory over the 49ers.
Greatest tweet to sum up how everybody that leaves New England tends to be subpar with the exception of like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Belichick's coaching tree is trash as hell, but this only builds up Belichick's legacy in my book. This man was running the league with Bill O'Brien and Matt Patricia on the same staff.
Yeah. Shit, he had Romeo Crennel on that staff. Charlie Weiss was on.
You got to remember, everybody got coaching jobs that were under Belichick because they were under Belichick.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Which then makes you wonder, is Belichick then have his hand in literally everything, and these people are just getting a lot of the praise?
It could be.
That is really just Belichick.
That means he's really a coach, because you have a lot of head coaches who are just like,
yeah, good point.
Just like, that's exactly what they do. They're just like,
Is he frozen again?
Yeah, he's frozen again.
Yeah. All right, we'll bring him back when he comes back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Real quick, Eric Kirby donated here on StreamLabs, and we got about 15 minutes left. So if you're going to send in a StreamLab or Super Chat, do it now. Eric Kirby said, silly random question. Who was your favorite and why back in the day when Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann were kicking ass on SportsCenter? You remember those days? Did you ever did you ever watch them do their thing?
No, I remember Stuart Scott being amazing.
Stuart Scott was great.
I did like Keith Olbermann. I did see him a couple times. Yeah. It was just weird because my first introduction to him was actually when he was on MSNBC doing like political shit, and then there was something he did or said that got him fired. Yes. And then he ended up back at ESPN for a little bit doing SportsCenter again. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing now though.
He's doing some political commentary now that I see him. He's always tweeting about stuff with dogs to get them adopted as well. Almost every day he posts videos about dogs that are at shelters trying to get them adopted. So he's great. Yeah, I mean those guys were the best. And then you could throw in Stuart Scott afterwards and Kenny Mayne, Craig Kilborn. Those guys have kind of imitated what Dan Patrick and Olbermann did. I was always an Olbermann guy because I love the fact that he pushed the boundaries and pushed the limits of things. But as I get older now, I find more connection with Dan Patrick because that's how you got to do things. I don't know. Is this really Jay right now? But because I'm older, Dan relates more to where I'm at now. Like hosting a show like this, right? You two guys are funny as hell, and you're a lot of fun with the show. But I got to keep us on course. So Dan Patrick is what I connect to more than anything else, or what I'm hosting SEN Live. But when I get to be color on like you guys are, like making the jokes and all that. I love it. I love being that.
You get to be color.
The color guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait. Oh shit.
Right into that. Yeah.
Bro, you gotta add the last part of that statement. Color commentary, bro.
Color commentary. I apologize.
You were I'm not offended. I caught you, and I definitely hit you with that. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Just go ahead and have a seat.
It's like yeah.
So
yeah.
This lives in infamy now. That whenever you do something wrong, somebody's gonna bring this up completely out of context.
True.
And it's gonna be like Rocha called two black guys the color guys, and it's just gonna be something that lives. And Rocha sometimes be like, "That's not what I fucking meant."
That's literally at that point where we'll have it on deck. We'll clip it out ourselves, and then the minute you try and play your little 5-second clip, we hit them with the full context.
That's perfect.
Because fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'll be eating Rocky Road ice cream while you do it. All right, let's move on. Jay, there was a StreamLab. Did you prefer Dan Patrick or Keith Olbermann when they were doing the big show back in the 90s? What was your okay.
I thought he froze again. I was like, God damn, that was
Oh, he froze. He froze all right.
No. He personally froze. He blinks. He's here.
Oh, all right.
First of all, Dan Patrick.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah. All right.
I just want you to know.
Yes.
That stung.
I apologize, my friend. Marshmallows. All right, real quick. One last thing. All right, real quick. Kansas City Chiefs versus Patriots. Who you got tonight? Patriots without Cam because he tested positive. Because of course, Cam tested positive for COVID.
Because it was in his dreads.
I think he got it sliding off the bench.
It was in his hair. It was on the bench, and when he slid off, it slid to his hair.
Went into his eyes off the bench.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh wow. They canceled Glow.
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they were just like they had to cancel because of COVID because they were about to start the fourth season. They were just like, we can't do it.
Right, because they got to keep him under contract or let him go, right? Because of the situation.
Yeah, and that's like because that's the shitty part about it is, I mean, you sort of were able to make professional wrestling work in that regard with like putting them in their bubbles, but like,
right,
just based off everything that they have to do. And again, you can make productions as far as acting work, but the protocols that are in place, Glow was literally a hotbed of issues.
Yeah,
like, not really.
I mean, yes, because of the close contact. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is based off of
when you say the bubble of things. Well, when you say the bubble of it, that's why. Because again, it's and when it comes to the pro wrestling aspect, again, yes, there have been some wrestlers who have contracted COVID-19, but it has seemingly been outside of wrestling that they caught it.
Yeah. What's this? cake, not marshmallows.
I said cake.
Oh, yeah, all right, sorry.
It was like a spongy material. It's like fucking cake. I don't know.
Reinhardt, we gave him love. We gave the Colts defense love. Watch the show. Watch the whole show. We gave him love. I know ESPN doesn't, but we're giving him love. We're giving him love. We're not. This is not Sports Center, for God's sakes. All right, let's get into our. Oh yeah, real quick prediction for tonight: Kansas City or New England, and then Falcons or Packers. Who you got?
Kansas City, and you said the Falcons or the Packers, and the Packers. Yeah. Kansas City and the Packers. I'm going
Kansas City and the Packers.
Okay.
And I never thought in my life I'd be saying the Packers, like Kansas City. That was.
I got two upsets tonight. No. I definitely got Kansas City over New England. If Cam was there, I would take New England. And the second, I do have the Falcons upsetting the Packers. I just have a feeling about Aaron Rodgers sometimes. All right, let's move on to the last thing before we wrap up here, and that's Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Tyler, how do you feel about it? Yeah, that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling you got there, Tyler. That's a good feeling.
You know what I feel about it? I'll be like, hey, y'all better have my motherfucking chicken strips ready when I get to the motherfucking locker room.
No, this is how you got to do it, Winston. This got to do. Rogan, give me back the screen.
Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. Where are you at? Right there? Is this us? Yeah.
I want my chicken nuggets.
I didn't even do all that. He was like, hey. You got my strips motherfucking ready in the back. You
got my juicy juice, lady.
Hey, where my Capri Sun at, though?
Hey, son, where my Sunny D?
Rocha, wait a minute.
Where my Sunny D at, though?
I got so fucking much respect for this kid, though, man. Fuck.
Did you say 1960s or 60s?
Damn. He called himself out like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, son, I made history, yo. I was the youngest player ever to start in the finals.
Yo. Well, but the biggest thing where I give him credit, bro, he is double digit every single fucking playoff game that he has played in.
Tyler Harris.
As a rookie, that's fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. Jimmy Butler last night, man. It was a triple-double, 40 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, and they beat the Lakers 115-104 without Bam Adebayo, without Goran Dragic. Look, I started watching this, and I was like, I'll turn this off at halftime because it's probably over at halftime. And the Heat just came to play. Anthony Davis, they switched up their defense from that zone stuff they've been doing for majority of the playoffs, and they started playing the Lakers man-to-man, and Anthony Davis could not handle the switches, man. I think he ended up with like 15 points. It was insane. And this is when they were down two of their big starters in Dragic and Adebayo. So pretty incredible stuff for Jimmy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, am I? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. Anyway. All right. How's that? Is that better? There we go. Nope.
No.
I don't know what's going on. All right. Sometimes I have to disconnect the mic. Oh, there. Is that better? Am I echoing still?
You're better now.
Okay. Sometimes I have to disconnect the mic and mess around with shit. Anyway, pretty incredible stuff without Bam Adebayo, without Goran Dragic to get their job done here. But Eric Spoelstra, of course, fantastic as well, kind of coaching this team and not letting them give up. But is this the kind of effort that's going to be necessary for them to beat the Lakers? Yes. LeBron, after he dunked.
You need to be healthy, but they need to be healthy.
Yeah, even without their guys. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy said to LeBron in the fourth quarter after he had a move on LeBron and scored, he goes, "You in trouble." And everyone was focusing on that, but then they found out later on that LeBron had said that to Jimmy at the end of the first quarter, near the end of the first quarter, after he scored on Jimmy Butler, said, "Y'all in trouble." So Jimmy was giving it right back to LeBron.
And
so,
now we have a new 91 Pistons, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We have a new 91 Pistons because for everybody who's talked all that, he's the greatest sportsman and blah, 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 and he's not a baby and he's just passionate shit about LeBron, the way they stumped the fuck out like little babies.
Yeah.
That was pathetic. I was actually kind of mad about that because it's like you have 10 seconds left. Finish the fucking game, and if you want to storm off as soon as that's over, cool. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? What are you, a child? That was I didn't like that. I genuinely didn't like, and I've been a fan of the Lakers this year and a fan of LeBron this particular year because I didn't like the way he was talking about Dirk and shit back then. But like that was childish as fuck. If anything, that made it seem like Jimmy Bucket's really in their head now. Yeah. You storming the fuck off with 10 seconds left, nigga. Just fucking finish.
Just finish the game. We've seen all teams in this whole playoff bubble. Every team, even when they're losing and they know that's over, they've stayed until the buzzer.
Yeah.
Until the buzzer. And
where
now
you going? Where are you going? Where y'all going? The game ain't over.
The finals.
Bitch.
It's the finals, and you're not gonna sweep because you thought you were gonna sweep them. Because it's the finals, and you thought you was gonna sweep them, and you thought it was gonna be an easy ass win, and now you didn't get it. So now you go straight bitch mode, and it's gonna be so many people like, well, he was emotional, he was upset. I don't give a shit. Stay out those last 10 seconds and don't go stomping out the court like a baby.
I need all the LeBron fans that are defending him on this to go back then and cut Cam Newton some fucking slack. Because if y'all wanted to come at Cam Newton for walking out of the Super Bowl like that, then you need to keep the same fucking energy. Keep the same energy across the board.
Absolutely fair point. Alex and I said, what do y'all make of the finals after the Heat's Game 3 win? Jimmy Bucket's coming up big, but can they build on the win and tie the series? Thoughts? I think it's absolutely possible because, and you brought this up, Winston, what you just said earlier about the way he talked about Dirk. This is what LeBron does, man. And this is what bothers me sometimes. LeBron plays off like he's this really nice guy, but he's passive aggressive with his bullshit sometimes. And when he starts to get upset, he quits. We've seen him quit against the Celtics, seen him quit against the Spurs. We've seen him do that. Now, did he lead a team back down from 3-1 for one series in the finals? Absolutely deserves a mountain of credit for that. But sometimes you can get inside his head and he starts to pout and whine. You would never have seen Jordan, if he had an Instagram account, taking a picture of himself in the mirror after that Houston loss going like, I'm sad now, but we're going to get it together. Jordan would have never done that. And it's just a different
Jordan would have just took it personal and dropped 50 on these
your ass.
Jordan would have been cutting up a Houston Rockets jersey and a little vignettes and stuff.
You got the only break I say you have to give LeBron on that. Jordan wasn't in the social media era. You don't fucking know. Jordan would probably put up the most. He would have put up his own memes of when people were like, when he's not here, being like, I'm gonna drop 50 on your ass. LeBron would put nothing but those. Yeah, like real talk. Every time Jordan saw the Jordan crying face anywhere, Jordan would put up 70. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not a fair comparison.
Can you imagine if the Jordan crying meme was a thing when Michael was playing?
But I think it is a fair comparison. I don't think Jordan will put up passive aggressive memes. I think Jordan will put up aggressive memes. Period. No passive aggressive.
Right. That is true.
That's the difference.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, I prefer aggressive over passive.
Straightforward.
It sounded like you were saying that Jordan wouldn't be on social media doing all that. And that's what I'm saying. He would be on there like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
But again, this even goes to ties into when LeBron just didn't win MVP. Yeah. How he was sitting there going off about. So look at it. So you got such and such who gets defensive player of the year, and they're all team, and they like, dog, you just didn't win it. Just congratulate Giannis and move on. You lost this game. Y'all got outplayed. Yep. They figured you out. Spoelstra figured you out. And remember, Spoelstra coached you also. So they figured y'all out as a team and won this game. So now you in your fucking feelings because you thought, like I said, you thought you were going to run through Miami.
Yeah.
Game 1 made you feel like, oh, we got this. Game 2, you knew it was, oh, we almost there. Now they come in game 3. Now, granted, if the Lakers turn around and win the next 2, it's whatever. Mm-hmm. But you win in this game thinking you was going to run through this team.
Yeah.
And Miami's been showing this whole playoff run. They ain't no hoes.
Nice. They ain't no hoes, man. I know. That's
and again, now you're doing it on, they did, again, game 3 was won not at full strength.
You're absolutely right, Jay. They are no hoes. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much for that analysis. The best.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I got to plug and bounce, man. I got to get ready for the show.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Go.
All good. Much love to everybody. Thank you for watching Game Time. They'll finish everything out. Watch us on Blurreds tomorrow and Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. Swagback Thursday, twitch.tv/theswaggyblurred.
I can plug it all for you. I know it by now by heart.
No, I know you do. Swag Day Fun Day on, but I don't trust you to do it. That's the problem. I don't trust you. Swag Day Fun Day on Sunday. I got Emma Pfeiffer and Chandler and Jen Sturger coming through. The ladies of the Schmodown are going to come through and play some Jackbox. It's going to be a good time. But in 30 minutes, come over to youtube.com/Schmodown and watch the Inner Geekdom Show. It is the second episode. We're going big on this one. We're talking about the death of Superman. And I've got none other than my former teammate in the world's finest, Mr. Eric Zipper, to help me kind of break all that down. So come on through, hang out with us. It'll be a good time. And I've already booked my my guest for next week, too. I'll do that at the end of the show if you're curious who's coming in the following week. So with that, much love, everybody. I will see you in 30.
Peace, man. Peace. Good to see you, Winston. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Bye.
I hope he puts up. Yeah. There you go. I mean, I pulled out that Death of Superman when I beat Riley that first time we played each other. So I hope someone finds a clip of that. But they probably won't. Anyway, all right. One last Streamlab here from Soul G. She said, Jimmy fucking buckets. 40-point triple-double guarding LeBron and said he didn't care. All he cares about is winning. Shut up all the pundits who said the Lakers are going to sweep. Heat in 7. Let's go Heat.
Hey, listen. That's they won 4. It's been 4-2, 4-3. No, it's been 4-1, 4-2. Now they have to win 4-3.
Yeah. Yep.
It's been 4-1, 4-2. Now they got to go 4-3. Again, I'm all for it. Like, look, I want the Heat to win. Not saying as a LeBron hater.
Right.
As a Laker hater. But to watch the way the Heat have been rolling, I want to see their momentum carry. It's been the Lakers and everybody's in their games. Most people, except for the Nuggets, everybody was like, when it was the Nuggets, they was like, well, hold on. And then they just was like, all right, we're just going to steamroll through them real quick.
Right.
I want the Heat to take this.
I want the Heat to at least make it a series, man. I'd like to see a series because I want to see some coach. Because, I mean, I know Eric Spoelstra can outcoach Frank Vogel any day of the week. I know he can. The thing is, has he got the right? I mean, now he's had to struggle through injuries with his starting point guard and Dragic, with Adebayo. That's not easy to do. Adebayo can mess some shit up. So not having him in the game for the games is tough. You got Jimmy turning into the alpha dog here, and this may be Jimmy's coming out party once and for all. I loved what he said in his last interview after the game was over. He said, "LeBron has got the best of me for a number of years. This ain't the same Jimmy." And I love that. That means like he knows he's got to show up in this situation because he has asked to be in this situation. He wanted to be the alpha dog. That's why he left all those other teams, Jay. He wants a team that's his. Well, Miami is his. That means he's got to step up to the plate now and drag this team into the series and possibly even into the title. He's got to do it.
How many players have you ever heard fully acknowledge what their heel is? Their hump is to get over.
Right.
Like for years, the Bulls had to acknowledge. Michael said, yo, we got to get over that Pistons hump.
Yep.
They knew what the hump was.
Yeah, man.
Many people don't acknowledge their hump. They're just like, we got to figure out what it is. No, there's a hump you got to get over. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Butler's hump is LeBron.
Yep.
And that's motivating. And that's more because now when you have Jimmy G drop a triple-double, drop 40 in this game, with most of your people, your backup gone.
Yeah.
This is letting you know I can do this myself. LeBron, I'm not taking away from him, but he's reliant on Anthony Davis.
Right.
If AD don't show up, they don't get this chip because what everybody gonna say? Oh, it's gonna be Caruso. Oh, it's gonna be Rondo. Oh, it's gonna be KCP, Danny Green.
Yeah.
Kuzma? No, we're not gonna look at them.
Yeah.
You looking at Rondo to dish passes to either AD or LeBron. That's it. Yeah. If you can take LeBron's head out the game, you can take LeBron out the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen it happen. The Spurs did that methodically throughout. Certainly every time he's gone to the finals and lost, you've seen the other team figure out how to methodically take James out of the game and mess with him mentally. Can the Heat do that? Certainly Spoelstra is going to have to go full like Darth Vader, full Palpatine to find his way to kind of unsettle LeBron. Getting Anthony Davis in some foul trouble early. And I saw someone say it was ticky-tack fouls. This is the finals, man. Those weren't ticky-tack fouls. They were real fouls that Anthony was doing. He was frustrated because he'd been able to do that stuff in the zone.
He'd been getting away with it. Yeah,
he'd been getting away with it. Exactly, getting away with it. Now when they're doing the man-to-man defense and they're doing the switches on him and double teaming him, Anthony's not aware of his arms and stuff. And Anthony's not a playmaker. He's been working on it, but he's more a scorer than a playmaker. And that could be dangerous for the Lakers if the Heat have figured out how to short circuit what limited playmaking ability Anthony Davis has, because then Anthony Davis will get frustrated and just resort to trying to score and bowling players over and throwing bows, and he's going to get into a situation here where he might cause his team some games here in the finals. Remember, this is his first finals ever. This is first like playoff campaign, first seriously extended playoff campaign he's ever had. So he's still learning as well. So Jimmy, I'm curious. I'm hoping they get to this situation where they get in a position to make it a series and possibly win this thing. IMAX said the last time the Heat started 0-2 in the finals, Wade and Shaq in 06, the Heat won the next 4. Last night was 1. Let's go Heat. I don't know. We'll see.
Again, you're just from everything you've just said, everything I've said, everything Winston said. All you have to do if you're Miami to ensure you win this series, and if you're Eric Spoelstra mainly, you coach your team on getting in two people's heads, and that's it.
Yep.
Have them get in AD's head, make him make fouls, stupid fouls.
Yep.
LeBron can make stupid fouls too.
Right. Good point.
You just gotta make the stupid fouls LeBron causes enough to force the refs to call them.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Because the refs get like a lot of players get away with a lot of shit in the league. We get it. We've seen
That's the game.
It's the game.
Yeah.
But LeBron is that superstar that gets superstar calls.
Yeah.
Jordan got him. Okay. So I'm not gonna. Kobe got him. All the superstars at a point have gotten superstar calls, or they've gotten away with shit, or shit's happened and they've got bullshit fouls. You get in LeBron's head, get him in some bullshit foul trouble. You get in the 80s head, and you got to get him in the foul trouble early.
Yep.
You got to do it early.
Mm-hmm.
If you can knock them two into foul trouble, you have no reason why you can't take game 4.
This, and IMAX brings up a great point to go along with what you're saying, Jay, which are great points already. Rondo, too. He's a hothead, too.
Yes,
that's right.
He is.
We've seen Rondo break down in games.
Yep. You get Rondo, and all you have to do, play the game, play aggressive against them.
Yep.
Because they'll play aggressive against you because, again, they're going to use the size factor.
Yeah.
That's natural. Play aggressive against them. Make them use their size against them.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Certainly Spoelstra can game plan for that and make that happen as a premier coach himself. So we shall see. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for sports time. 2 hours flew by. That's for damn sure. Thank you all so much for your StreamLabs and your Super Chats and everything you send to support the show. Jay, please tell them where they can find everything that you're doing, my brother.
Absolutely. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to build these numbers up. If you're watching this, as simple as just click and follow. You can mute me, whatever. Mr. J Washington. I'm trying to hit back at this 12K. After Weakest Link, I jumped up 200 some followers. I'm trying to keep this going because the numbers, Winston and I have said it on this show numerous times. Rocha has said it. Mm-hmm. The numbers help us book gigs. And now riding off the high of Weakest Link, and it's weird that I get to ride off the high of a game show because I was in there from beginning to end. And this was like the Jay Washington spotlight, so I'm loving it. But please do that, and also follow me on Instagram at Mr. J Washington. Blurs in the Hood is tomorrow. Myself and Winston, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 on the East Coast. We got a lot to talk about. It is the vice presidential debate, and they just announced it's going to be plexiglass all in that bitch. So let me say this. We're talking about all the conspiracies of it came from China, came from 5G, came from a lab. Why is no one bringing up big plexiglass? Because plexiglass companies have been killing since this, okay? So we're going to talk that and a whole bunch more. For me, the Mad Titan podcast, I get caught up everything happening in Marvel and DC. My Supervillain Squad on Patreon. Thank you, Cheryl Corman, Amber Solo, put it up. Patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. And more importantly, this Friday, a lot of people ask me, when am I doing stand-up shows? And a lot of stand-up shows in person have been canceled due to COVID. Yeah. And so I'm partnering up with Bonfire Live, Bonfire Live, and I'm bringing Laughing Insanity. We're doing a show on Zoom Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. It is $5. And here's the dope thing about this show. It's me and 4 other hilarious comedians that I know you're going to love. All of the proceeds go to the comedians because they have not been able to hit the road and make money doing these shows. So we're doing that. It is $5 for a ticket. If you don't want to sit and watch the show, please buy a ticket. Just support. That is all I'm asking of you. It's $5. The show is only an hour. You are going to have a great time whether you watch it. If not, just please come support and do that. I'll be mentioning it again on Blurs. You can find the link to the tickets in my Instagram bio, and I've posted it on Twitter as well.
There you go. Ed Haskell got his ticket already.
Thank you so much.
There you go. That's right. A, follow everything Jay does. B, follow Jay on every social media you can. And absolutely support his comedy. He's a funny guy. Gives me a lot of shit whenever I go up there. But I appreciate that because he's damn good at what he does. And he wants some respect put on that art form. And I respect that. I've never taken it personally because I was like, yeah, he wants what's best for going up on that stage. And I respect it madly. So give Jay the respect he deserves, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, watch that Weakest Link episode. My girlfriend and I are going to watch it a little bit later because she hasn't seen it. And we're going to have some fun watching that. And I'm glad you got as far. I'm glad you got as far as you did, bro. I was really worried you were going to be out first or second. And you made it feel that way when you were talking about it.
That was
so
the
fact you went all the way at the end, I was like, incredible.
And I'm going to say this real quick.
Yeah.
When I did the show, of course, I wanted to win the money.
Of course.
But my overall goal beside winning the money was not be the first one eliminated.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck wants to be the first person eliminated, especially on the season premiere?
Oh, damn it, Jay. Season premiere. All right, I'm gonna leave him up. Screw it. I'm gonna leave him up. If he comes back, he comes back. I agree, and it was great. We'll find out a little bit later. Thank you all so much for watching us here on Game Time on the Outlaw Nation channel. I mean, listen, I can't thank you all enough. We crossed over 14,000 subscribers, marching towards that 15,000 subscriber. There's Jay. Marching towards that 15,000 subscribers mark and onto that 20,000 subscribers mark. The move to San Diego is so I can have a larger office, and I have a larger office now to do more things, do more content, do more stuff for the channel, to elevate the channel and get people to be on board with it. Just had 2 interviews, Jean Reno, which will come out later this week, and Cody Smith McPhee, Nightcrawler himself. We sat down and had a great conversation about the new film that's out, 2067.
Tell me y'all talked about Dolomite Is My Name.
We talked a little, we talked a little bit. He talked about Eddie and Wesley a lot, which was really great as well. But there is possible scoop if I can battle back against the publicist on that interview that Cody revealed something about his time.
Comments, but there's a bitch in your comment section.
Who's that?
There's a bitch by the name of the Swaggy Blurred.
Okay,
I want you to see this bitch post. He's a whore. Thank you for blocking him. Thank you.
I thought you had to prep for your show, man. Don't be coming up here and causing nonsense. Anyway, follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. And, of course, subscribe to the channel down below. Please, there's so much great content happening. Come on. We got reviews for Ted Lasso coming in this week. Now the season's over. The boys as well will be coming out with the Geek Buddies. We'll talk about that a little bit later this week. So much happening. I don't know who I have on Outlaw Nation tomorrow night. I'm working on a guest right now. There's one person I want to bring on. He's been on a show before, but I want to bring him on, and hopefully he has time because I know he's got other stuff going on right now. And if he does, we're going to talk about what's going on with the state of movies and the state of movie theaters. So we'll see if I can get him to come on to the show. All right. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much. Well, you guys be safe. Wear a mask. Enjoy the rest of the week of sports, and we'll talk to you next week with another live episode here on the Outlaw Nation channel of Game Time. Peace out until then. Yeah.